Me too.
All right.
Just kidding, I'm not.
Hi, everybody. We're here to continue our adventures of trekking through the jungles of Chult and Tomb of Annihilation, D&D.
You say
Um,
Shrekken?
yeah,
I heard
Shrekken.
Shrekken.
Oh, relevant.
What's great, Raven, is you weren't here for our entire pre-roll conversation about how Emerald's canon backstory is that her father is Shrek. So, extremely on brand for you to have misheard that.
What?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, we're not
Yes.
we're not talking about it anymore. I banned this conversation from happening live on screen. We're not doing it.
That's all you need to know. Is her father canonically a Shrek?
Okay.
Official. Anyway, before we get started, we haven't done this in previous streams, but we actually have had people watching us, so I decided it'd be good if they knew like what characters you guys were playing. So why don't we do that? Why don't we talk about who everybody is playing as? We'll just start at the top of my Discord list. So Troy, who are you playing?
Thanks. I'm playing Emerald, who is a 6 foot tall Ganassi, Earth Ganassi, um, barbarian. She's a bear totem barbarian, so she has like fur around her face and her arms, and she wears a bear claw necklace. She's green, which is why her name is Emerald. And
She's green because her dad is Shrek.
she's really green because her dad's Shrek. Let's be real. But
Well, we weren't talking about this.
Earth Ganassi are named after gemstones, so
Oh, okay, very cool. I don't think I realized that. I like it.
yeah, I was well. That's when I named her. It's because I was reading about their naming schemes, and they're all named after different stones.
Nice.
So yeah,
Sweet.
her dad's Shrek, and she just showed up
Yeah,
to the party.
She just showed up after Zeshul and Bookslam were almost dead.
Oh, she's an outlander, so she kind of just wanders mostly. She's kind of like the stoic type.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine you'd have to be in order to be alone in the jungles of Chult, but cool.
Well, yeah, she lives with bears, so that she grew up with bears because her dad disowned her. Poor little Shrek baby.
You're like almost like Mowgli from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, but big and green.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a big green version of Mowgli and also Shrek's daughter.
I like it. All right, McFisticuffs, why don't you tell us a little bit about Zeshul?
So Zestial is a Yuan-Ti pureblood. So he's like a snake dude. And he's a what is he? A sorcerer?
Yeah.
This is like my second time playing D&D ever, like this campaign. So I'm still trying to remember what stuff is.
That's all right, man. I've been playing D&D for like 15 years and I'm still trying to remember what stuff is, so it's perfectly fine.
Wait, we're playing D&D?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the thing about Chris's Yuan-Ti pureblood is that the rest of the party doesn't know yet, but we'll find out about that more as
he mostly looks human, except his skin is very slightly green. He doesn't have scales that are visible. He's got a kind of suspicious looking bandage wrapped around his left hand, but well, we might see about that later.
Nice. Very cool. And then Raven, tell us a little bit about Bookslam.
Okay. My name is technically not Bookslam, but it's the sound of a book.
There we go. Somebody did it.
I did it.
Nice, juicy.
Usually Pip would do it with a gigantic slam on the desk. I'm a cleric. I studied with goblins many of my days. I learned how to talk with them and act like them and speak, so you'll hear me speaking in goblish tongues a lot, or goblin-esque common, you know?
Forgot the Goblin was one of the languages you learned. That'll actually be
yeah.
Like
I also know Elvish.
Handy very soonish, actually.
and
I know Elvish too.
Auroran and Common. Yeah. But yeah, I studied with goblins. We went ahead and just canoned that into the story a few sessions ago, I think.
Yeah. That's sort of what D&D is you have very little information to start with, and then you expand their backstory as you
Right.
go. I like doing
Shrek's
that.
my dad.
So after he got done studying with the goblins, he went back to gosh, I don't even know, like I don't even know all the cleric areas that I should be probably going to. But one of the main libraries to study where his brother was, Zork, which was my first character. Zork ran away with one of the other party members, Cabby, to become a pirate.
Aesthetic.
Book Slam was not very happy about that, so he took it upon himself to go find his brother Zork, only to find out he was killed in combat during this campaign. Right around in
Did what he
Cholt.
could to protect his party members.
At Firefinger, he died at Firefinger. I buried him and joined the party because I felt like there was nothing else that I could do in my life that would mean anything else, I guess. So, that's kind of sad. But
Me.
but so he got attached to these party mates, and he just is kind of becoming his own self, but with an open mind. Or some of the other Kinku that do not have open minds, or they're kind of stuck to the curse. You know, I learned how to fly for a hot day.
One spicy moment.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of my story. That's where I'm at.
Awesome. Yeah, so the last time we saw the whole party, well, these particular player characters, you guys had just finished fighting off just like a random pack of velociraptors, but geez, did they do you guys quite a heckin' number there. They killed our buddy Cal, like for good, and both
He was
Bookslam
funny.
and Zeshul were nearly dead, on the brink of death, as Emerald just sort of wandered in. Luckily, this adventure makes it super easy to just roll new characters in, because you guys are in the jungle. Who knows what's going on out here? So, yeah, you guys were on your way back to Port Nanzaru. I think you decided that you were going to stop by Vorn on the way through. Is that right?
Yes.
Cool. So, yeah, the last time that we saw y'all, I think we sort of faded out on the three of you, like, digging a grave in the rain for your most recent fallen friend. Yeah, then you guys eventually got some sleep and woke up to the next day of Cholt. Let's see how the day goes for you guys. So, it's again a pretty normal day in Cholt. I feel like this weather macro like gives me the same thing almost every time, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing. You got warm weather. It's humid. It's rainy. And it looks like Helm has really given you his blessing today. He must feel bad for you having lost a friend. So, yeah, we have a 4 on your guidance. Let us see how your travel. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Are they? There we go. That's the macro I'm looking for. So I think Emerald actually has like really good nature or survival, doesn't she?
Survival. I'm pretty sure she
Plus
has like
4.
+7 survival or something.
+4 survival. Yeah.
Oh, +4 survival.
Which is
Whatever.
still
Same
solid.
thing.
Yeah, that's all right.
Same thing.
Gives you guys a total of 8 to your travel, so that's good. And you guys are traveling at a fast pace to just try and get to Vorn like immediately.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I got a black bar over my stream for some reason.
Over your stream?
Yeah. Hold on real quick.
I'm holding on. It was funny, but none of you could see me. So it wasn't as funny as I thought it was. In my mind, it was a good joke.
Just a big black box on his stream. Yeah, wow. Good job, Raven. All right, well, I'm going to look at these encounters just to see
I get my second bestial aspect next level. She'll grow more fur. Uh,
Raven's just taking a phone call.
Raven.
I'm sorry, that was a call from my daughter's school. I can't help
Oh, geez.
calls like. Yeah, sorry.
No,
I'm good.
don't worry. Daughters are important. I'm, s-
They are. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was
All right.
was like the
So.
most ridiculous way of saying that.
All right. So, yeah, you guys, wake up. We got our weather. Let's continue on with our travels. So, you guys are hoofing it through the muddy, rainy, jungles of Cholt. Give me some perception rolls. What you guys notice?
Wow. Nice job, Book Slam.
Yes, Book Slam. Look at everything.
Nice job.
All right.
You're so good at seeing.
So, Zestro, I think you're the only one that hears this. I think that probably the sound of this is drowned out by the rain and I don't know, your acute snake hearing. Maybe you feel it through the ground or something instead. You hear like the movement of, it sounds like armor, like, clunking through the jungle. And it's hard to tell just by the sound of it how many people there are, but there's definitely people that are approaching you guys.
All right. So I'll let everybody else know and see if we can hide somewhere. See what's going on.
Okay. All right. So you guys decide to try and hide from the oncoming footsteps.
Mhm.
You guys want to give me some
Yeah,
stealth checks?
yeah.
Oh wait. I can. Hold on. I need to remember what this thing actually does before I say this.
Oh, you got Pass Without Trace, right?
Yeah, I have Pass Without Trace.
Which I think you can cast on the entire party.
Yes, I can cast it on the entire party.
Neat.
Yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Plus 10 bonus to stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. Okay. Cool. So
Interesting.
you cast that. I still need stealth checks from everybody, but you all get plus 10 to it.
I rolled
Holy
mine.
crap. Yeah, so 27, 28, 29. I think that does pretty
Yeah.
well, right? So you guys,
Yeah.
what does it look like when Emerald does this for the party?
Well, mine's called Merge with Stone, the Pass Without Trace, like the ability I get it from. So I imagine it that we like fade into the ground.
Okay. Or maybe it's like in Lord of the Rings, they have that cloak that they put over them and it just looks like a rock at that point.
Yes, that's it. We look like rocks.
Yeah. So
Can
Emerald
I
just
be
sort
a
of like
moldy rock?
hugs you and puts her cloak around the two of you, and you guys just turn into a big rock in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah. We also look like rocks to each other. We're like, oh, look at that nice boulder you have.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So while you guys are like hidden here, you see the source of the noise coming towards you. You see 3 guards, all wearing like some light armor. That's the sound that you were hearing before. You see a single it's hard to tell maybe exactly what they are, but it's a person wearing red robes, and then the guards each have their die. So yeah, in each one of the guards has on a chain attached to them a skeleton at the end of the other end of the chain. So they're all walking through the jungle. Person in robe, 3 guards, 3 skeletons, and the person in robes is just complaining about the heat. They're like, I'm tired of this musty jungle and all this terrible rain, and I'm just ready to get out of here. When will we be to Omu? And the guards are just like rolling their eyes. They've been listening to this guy complain for way too long. And the guards are like, yeah, shut your mouth. We'll get to Omu eventually. And this sort of back and forth goes on for a little bit as they pass you guys. But they will continue walking unless you guys decide to do anything different.
I don't think we need to mess with them.
I'm good.
We need to restock at port, the port, and then head down to Umo anyway. This would probably be good information, but we might be able to find more information on the way there.
Okay. So you guys just let them walk past?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so they just continue walking. The guy in the robes continues complaining. Eventually they wander off into the jungle complaining about the rain and the heat and all that stuff. You guys eventually are able to take your cloaks off and continue trekking through the jungles. I think that the rest of the day goes pretty unhindered. And then you guys will make it to Vorn. So let me get you guys there on the overworld map, and then what we'll do is I actually have a map pre-built for Vorn. I may have some old character tokens on there though, so give me just a moment to get everything updated for y'all.
Okay. Okay, man.
Like my father always said, onions. I
What?
have layers.
They have layers.
Okay.
They have layers.
All right. Let me see. Is my lighting? I guess it's dark in this map. Are you guys able to see anything?
Mm-hmm.
Please say nope.
Hmm?
I said, yep.
I see it.
Okay.
It's
Very
black.
top.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can like see a little bit in the top. Oh, I see it. I see it now. Oh yeah, stealing Oxfam's one was a good idea.
Yeah, it seems like the best token to use for this. Which one of you has dark vision? Let's see. Zeshel does. I think Bookslave is the only one without it, right? Oh no.
I also don't have dark vision, I don't think.
Okay, so you guys are getting here sort of at night. Would the two of you be carrying like a torch or a lantern or anything like that?
I'm into torches.
Don't I have a light move somewhere? I do. Light. I'm curious.
Don't I have the ability to find?
It's the range of a torch. It's an hour duration. You touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet or any dimension until the spell ends. An object sheds a bright light in a 20-foot radius. Okay, I want to do that. Because it's dark. I've actually never used it before.
Okay.
Here, I'll put it in my hold on.
So it says you touch an object for it. Cool.
I'm gonna touch. I guess my Shoot. My shield.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I do have a shield.
Okay.
I never use
So
it though.
then that light works. So I'm giving you guys. This is, I think, the first time that we are doing this sort of lighting, but we actually are not going to emit light, Emerald. So I just want to do this lighting because it's really great, but I don't think that there will really be any like tactical need for this lighting. So yeah, you guys walk into a clearing here. I'm actually going to drag you a little bit further down. Hang on one second. Yeah, so you guys walk into this clearing in the jungle, and just sort of like sitting on the ground, leaning up against this rock in the middle of the clearing, you see a big old shield guardian. I don't think any of you guys have seen a shield guardian before, so let me get the handout for you because it is pretty dope. It looks like a big like construct. It's made out of wood and metal, and is a big old beast. But he
I'm
is
not seeing anything on the lighting wise. Doesn't seem like it's working.
Oh, you guys just aren't close enough. Also, your
Yeah, I've
lighting
got like random
should...
black bars all over the place.
So the
Yeah,
black bars are the shadows. That should help your lighting a little bit more. All right, we'll move you guys a little bit closer. There you go. You see the thing now?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see the shield guardian. He's leaning up against the rock, and at his feet, you see like gifts. It looks like you see flowers and old food items, various like trinkets and things just sort of like piled up at his feet and sort of put around him and on the rock around him as well.
I want to make him my friend.
Didn't we get something that would awaken a shield guardian or something recently?
You guys have not gotten it yet, no, but you know that there is some sort of amulet that will allow you to control the shield guardian.
When was that? When did we find that out?
Like
how many sessions
in
ago?
Port Nanzaru, like session 1, the book that you guys were given by Wakanga had mentioned
Oh
the shield guardian.
yeah, that's right. Damn it. Well, is it moving?
Nope,
Or
he's just
anything
sitting
like
there.
that? What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm scared that if we mess with him, he will one-shot us to death. So
That's
I don't know what you guys want to do.
probably fair.
We should probably just avoid it.
Unless you guys want to give an offering too. It looks like people are giving offerings to it.
As you guys stand here and debate this, you, depending on how long you're here, you can see various things. But I think the first thing you see is you see a veggie pygmy. You guys have seen veggie pygmies before, right? They look like little like root people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see a veggie pygmy come out of the jungle, and he's got like a little like necklace of flowers that he's made. And he just comes out and sets it down, puts it over the shield guardian's neck, and sits there and like sits silently at the feet of it for a moment, and then eventually just wanders off.
Okay.
Huh.
I've got flowers from those ruins we went to before.
Which ones? The ones that are hallucinogenic or the...
Yeah. they're worth money though.
We also have the orchids that that we got before. Or I picked 2 blue tulips too. I can set 2 blue tulips down on its feet and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, you put the 2 tulips down at its feet, and that's it. You do that.
Cool. I got rid of these things.
All right, I'll set down my crazy drug plants.
No, why? We need those. We need to do
What?
drugs. Come on, man. We could sell those in port and get lots of money.
We've also got like ingots and gemstones that are worth a bunch of money.
Oh, I actually had some box text for this guy, but I think I did pretty good at describing it as is. Nice.
Oh. Neat.
I ask him to be my best friend.
Do
You asked the
seriously do
Shield
that?
Guardian to be your best friend?
Yes.
Okay. I think it maybe subconsciously appreciates your gesture, but yeah.
BG Country wants to know if Steve is still here.
Steve is
Is
still
that
here.
Stroll? Okay. Steve.
Steve's hanging out under my sleeve right now.
Steve, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about
We'll bust out-
Steve.
We'll
flying
bust out the
fish.
token whenever, you send them out on errands.
Emerald.
By the
also
way,
loves Steve.
my character is not this creepy looking Adventure Time wizard. He's
That's
the guy
exactly
at the
what
bottom.
he is.
No, he is not.
Nope, he is the creepy-looking Adventure Time
the,
wizard.
He's the character art at the bottom left there with all the others. There it is.
Emerald, like Cal, is only in the party for Steve.
How can I give you control over? I don't want him to be controlled that way. Oh well. There's a Steve on the map now. Yeah, so you guys continue standing here. I think eventually you also see a goblin, maybe.
How you
wander
doing
out of the
today,
jungle.
Country? Doing good?
Goblin wanders out and
I hope
has,
the
like,
volume levels are okay.
has a handful of like roots and fruits and veggies and things that he's picked out of the jungle. And he brings it and he sets it at the feet of the Shield Guardian as well, and sits there
Oops,
quietly.
sorry, I
for a
thought I was
moment.
muted.
And does basically the same thing that you saw the veggie pygmy do. So he's just like,
Can we ask the what's it called, the goblin? What's up with this guardian?
if you speak
Like
goblin,
before he leaves. I don't speak goblin, but can I say in common? Can I say, "Yo, goblin"?
he probably looks at you and acknowledges that you are like
Trying to
talking
speak
to him, but I don't think he can speak common.
Book slam. Don't you speak goblin?
I do speak Goblin.
Do you want to ask this boy what's the deal with the guardian?
I will. In Goblin, I'm like, I don't even know how goblins sound. What's the deal with this goblin? But- Or- What's
Yeah,
the
so-
deal with this guardian? Yeah.
Yeah, you ask him about it, and he just sort of like shrugs at first, or he maybe like thinks about it quietly for a moment, and then he shrugs and he's like, I don't really know, to be honest. He says it's been in our jungles for a long time now. I don't exactly know how long, and he seems to be some sort of a god, so we bring him these offerings.
A
Same.
god?
I mean, that's what this goblin thinks, yeah.
How long has it been here? That's my goblin.
Many generations, as far as I can tell.
Many generations. We heard a rumor that there was possibly a talisman that might wake it up and control it.
Ooh,
You
I don't know about
anything of it?
anything that can control a god.
Interesting. Well, thanks for the help. This guy's got nothing, guys.
Yeah, so basically what you gather after that conversation is that this thing has just been here, and the people, or the like random creatures of Cholt, all see this as some sort of like a higher being, so they bring it offerings. They don't really know what it is. It's just this big creature that's made out of metal and wood, which is abnormal to these other, lesser creatures. So yeah, if you stay in here long enough, you see other like various creatures of Cholt coming out of the woods and leaving it offerings, but otherwise, really like nothing else seems to happen in this area. Sometimes you even see like multiples of different kinds of creatures in the same area. They don't really like fight each other. There's no hostile interaction going on around here. It seems to be like a peaceful area.
Well, how are we going to proceed here?
I don't know. Between
On.
hold on. Can I do a SWAT check around the area just to see if we find anything other than what's beneath this guy's feet?
Sure. Do like a investigation.
Investigation. Okay. Ugh.
So I think you see like a few, maybe like sort of half-made trails like leading off in various directions. That maybe come from some of these groups that give them offerings, but otherwise you don't see anything else.
Anybody else want to do that?
Yeah, I'll check it.
I'll do it too.
Yeah, so
Or
if you
know
guys,
what, Zestial probably figured it out.
well, so I mean, you guys are able to like work together and spend a little bit of extra time, and you continue looking around, and even after like maybe an hour or so of investigation, like thorough investigation, as much as you can in the dark and the rain, still all you see is trails of other creatures that have come through the jungles and found this shield guardian.
Ooh. Well,
Can I touch the shield guardian?
Yeah, you can touch him.
I'm gonna pet him.
Okay, you pet his little adamantine head, and
Yep.
I say little, it's pretty big, but so are you. So
So am I, yeah.
Yeah. So you pet his head. You probably wouldn't be able to reach it if he wasn't like slouched up against this rock. Uh, pet his head.
I love him.
I guess we can get going because we don't have the talisman, and I don't really want to. I'll say this to the party. I don't think we should really be messing with him right now. We do know there may be a way to control him from when we found out the information before. Maybe we can find out more in the port. We didn't really. Last time we were there, Zestral, you weren't there, but last time I was there, I don't think we gathered enough information about this creature.
All right.
So
Let's
move on then.
go.
Okay. Cool. Let me drag you guys back out to the overworld map. So do you guys decide to set up camp just like right there at Vorn, or do you like set up camp a little bit further out from Vorn, or what do you guys decide to do for sleeping arrangements?
I think if anything attacks us and we're near that shield guardian, it might maybe wake up and try to fight it back.
Do you want to camp out at Vorn then?
That's what I'm thinking.
Sounds good.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys set up camp in that same little clearing that you guys were just standing in. Throughout the night, you hear like the wrestling of other creatures that were, continuing to walk in and give it offerings or do whatever veggie pygmies do with the shield guardian. Yeah, nothing happens overnight. Even if you set up watch, it still just pretty much goes by like normal. There's not really anything out of the ordinary. For food, do you guys make food, or do you decide to go foraging for your foods?
I'm probably gonna do. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to forge, or are we by a river or anything? No. Or do you want slop?
You're not by a river right now.
Or do you want slop?
I
Right
My background trait. My background trait is called Wanderer, and it says you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Yeah, I think
So,
that's understandable that it would do all that. And you don't have to like do anything for that.
yeah, I didn't think so, but can I use? Yeah, can I just be like, I'm an outlander.
Yeah, you
I'll
said it's in
find
your
us food.
Wanderer. Okay.
Yeah, Wanderer is the feature.
Yeah. So I think that maybe, so maybe what's happening is Zeshtul and Bookslam are sitting there debating whether Bookslam should just make slop or go out and find food. And while they're
And I
debating
just go
this,
out and
you
find
come
food.
back with like an armful of food and like water skins and stuff like that, and you just like, drop it on the ground in front of them, like here.
I'm into that.
No, that's awesome. That is an outrageously good feat to have in the jungles of Chult, since this is like a survival
Nice.
game. Yeah.
There it is. There's my
Since
feet.
we're talking about wanderers and excellent feats to have in this jungle, can we just talk about the irony of Cabby having the item that prevents you from getting lost and then presumably getting lost?
I know.
Yep.
Since she hasn't been with the
don't
group.
I also just I didn't realize how good this character was for this, but oh wait, never mind.
What were you gonna say?
That I misread my Earthwalk racial trait. I thought it was like the because rangers can't get lost in certain terrain, and I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
that, but it's not.
No,
It's you
just
can move
difficult terrain.
across difficult terrain made of earth or stone without expending extra
Interesting.
movement.
That might actually still be helpful, like if it rains so much, because there are some weather conditions where it rains so much that it is like difficult terrain through the jungle, so it might still come in handy. We'll see.
I will help us.
Cool.
I am helping.
I am help. I'm a wanderer and a freaking earth.
So you guys got some good foods, and you're able to camp out. It's a pretty easy night in the jungle, all things considered. Yeah, let's continue traveling on the next day. So let's get some weather. It's exactly normal for the jungles of Chult. Oof. Helm is not really into helping you out this day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helm's like, you
Take it
got
or leave
enough
it.
help.
So which way are you guys gonna go? Are you guys gonna go back towards like the mountains and then up, or are you guys just gonna go like straight shot to Port Nanzara from here?
I think a straight shot would be okay.
Okay, so
Straight.
these
Like-
next two hexes in front of you then?
Like these, and then like get to this one, and then we go over like the river right over
Okay.
there.
Sweet. And you guys are continuing to travel at a fast rate?
Hmm.
Yep.
So the only thing in Vorn was that spot with the Shield Guardian.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Vorn is
Okay.
the Shield Guardian. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
That's his name.
Is that his name? Oh, I love that. Love him.
If we find that amulet that they were talking about, we need to
Yeah.
maybe gather some more information. Maybe it'll be a party member.
I would
Uh,
live for that.
So like spoiler talk, he's pretty OP. It's pretty great.
I love him. I want him. He's a god.
Is
Hold
he?
on, what? Whoa. Okay. Whoa.
They
Cool.
think
Just
he
because
is.
a goblin believes he's a god doesn't mean he's actually a
You don't
god.
believe everything goblins say. You were raised by goblins, Bish.
I know. That's why I don't believe them.
That's why I don't. Exactly.
I was
Alright.
raised by them. I studied with them. Okay.
Studied with them. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you guys
I learned
continue
their
to
goblin
do
ways.
a great job on your rolls. So you continue to get. Oops, that's not what I wanted to delete. Oh well, you still know where it's at. So as you're traveling, at one point you see guys, you see. Wow. Okay. So Probably pretty early into the morning, you see 4 veggie pygmies mounted on what's called a thorny. I have a handout for it. It basically looks like a big frog lizard, but with like spores and thorns growing off of it. So you see
Oh, I
4
love him.
veggie pygmy
Nope.
riding on these thornies.
How big are they?
So veggie pygmies are
So that's the helmet down there, so they're pretty small.
yeah, they're not too tall. I think they're like maybe 4 feet tall. I don't know if I have anything that actually gives me like specific height information. Do I?
They look
They're
like
also called
something out of a
moldfolk or
Lovecraftian.
moldies.
Oh man, they're gonna kill us of mold.
Well, so actually, see what their perception is. Their passive perception would be 12. So once you guys see them, do you like make any attempt to hide? Because if not, if they would see you, and I think they would immediately just like bolt. They would not necessarily want to interact with y'all.
Oh, they don't want to interact with us?
They
So
don't like us.
they're going towards where you guys came from. They're going towards Vorn. So it looks like, and you maybe even see like a pouch with some like flowers and treats and stuff sticking out of it. So it looks like maybe they're on their way there to give offerings, like you saw some of the other veggie pygmies do. But if they get a chance to see you guys, they like skitter off and like out of the way to avoid you.
For just monitoring what they're doing, I'll do stealth.
Okay. Yeah. So once
Oh.
you're able to see them, you just like quickly jump behind a bush, and they don't spot you. Do the other 2 of you want to do stealth as well?
I
Yeah.
turn into a rock. I use my merge of stone pass without trace.
Okay. Do you do that with the other 2 as well, or do you just do that for yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll hold on to them.
Okay. So yeah, you quickly turn into a rock. They then do not
They
get a
also
chance
turn
to
into
spot you. But so they just continue riding past. They
Who's been eating
wander
onions?
past and in towards and then they wander in towards the area that you guys were previously camping at in Vorn. But yeah, they just walk right
Sorry.
past you.
me.
It seems like this ability will be really good if you just like never want to fight anything. Like,
I'm into that.
we just hide.
We just hide.
Speaking of the last 2 encounters, we almost died. You know, like
I know.
I just want to
Well,
restock at the port, man.
I can only use it once every short rest, I think.
Oh, so every day.
Long rest. I can only
Short
do
rest
long.
is pretty good. Is it a long rest or a short rest?
It's long rest. I'm
Oh,
looking
okay.
at
So
it
yeah,
now.
within once a day. Okay.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna need that when we're going down to Omu for sure. Don't
Alright,
die.
Not
so you
again.
guys continue. Oh
jeez.
boy, that's an upset doggo.
I love him.
Let's see.
Dog
you
is that?
continue.
Is that yours, Chris? Oh,
Yeah.
was that
that's-
yours, Josh?
No. It was
Oh,
not.
It
okay.
was Josh. Oh no, it's not Josh.
So I'm gonna put you guys on Firefinger for a second because I'm taking you on your way to another map.
You see this, guys?
No, not Firefinger. Why do you always do this to me?
Because that's the only one between those maps that you have already seen, and I don't want to spoil anything else for you guys. So, all right, let me bring you guys over to
Spoilers.
this new map.
It's all black.
Yeah, it should be black right now. That's fine.
Oh my god.
Zulu?
Why does it show a river there? Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse you.
Guess there's probably a little tributary that sprouts off though. All right.
Is there a river? I'm seeing a whole lot of nothing.
Well, right now you should see nothing. That's fine. Okay, so I think maybe you
Cry
guys
me a
come
river.
from this direction.
Ah! Are we in Ewok encampment?
I guess it could be daytime. Sure, we'll do that. That's fine. All right, so you guys stumble into a large clearing, and you spot a couple of huts in the middle of this clearing.
Oh, they were at the bottom.
Yeah, you guys are at the bottom down here.
Maps are so large. Zoom this.
There we go. That should move everybody down forcefully. So yeah, you see a couple of huts in this big clearing area. And are you guys able to see? Yeah, so you see a couple goblins off in the middle of this this area near the huts.
Okay.
Do we
Do you
want
have any
to
box
say
tips
hi
for
to
you
them?
guys?
Where are we at right now?
You guys are just on your way back to Port Nanzaro, but you stumbled into this big
Okay.
clearing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we
I didn't
just
know if it was a
stumbled into
named
goblin
mark
town.
on the. I don't remember seeing any named areas on the map. So.
Roll perception for me.
Perception.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're able to
Didn't nail it.
see from a distance that these goblins have on some like wooden masks. They're stylized to look like ant masks. Also,
Seen
around the exterior of the area, it doesn't show any on the map here, but you see like periodically around the border of this, you see stakes poked in the ground with skulls on top. Various skulls,
Interesting.
humanoids, beasts, just all sorts of random stuff.
Hmm.
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 We should make some goblin friends.
They're goblins.
They are, yeah.
Yeah, you said that.
Okay, sweet. Well, let me work my magic.
Yeah, I believe in you, Kenku.
In Goblin, I yell very nicely, but using my dominance. Like, hello, friend. Hello, friend.
Hello.
So you
I love
see the two goblins that you're able to see like from here. You see them perk up a little bit, and they look around. Let me see if they are able to just even see you.
Well, I can kind of like too.
That's a perception is 9. Yeah. So I don't I don't even know if they're able to see you guys from there. Unless you just sort of like walk up and start waving your arms, maybe then they would probably see you guys. But
I'd get a little bit closer and do that and say, "Hey, friend,
okay.
how you doing,
Hey.
man?"
So they immediately, once they actually see you, they go into like a defensive stance.
In Goblin, I raise up both of my hands and go, "We mean you no harm."
You raise up your hands in Goblin.
In Goblin, no,
In Goblin.
I say in Goblin while raising up my hands. Jesus Christ. We mean you no harm. We're just passing through.
They hold their stance and they say, "Passing through to where?"
We're going to was it Port Nazara?
Port Nyanzaru, yeah.
Nanzaro. Okay. We're headed to Port Nanzara, and we're just travelers. We were looking for information about a possible shield guardian amulet.
What is a shield guardian? What are you talking about?
Oh,
Vorn.
it's nothing if you don't know about it. It's just something we were looking for.
Okay. What do you want from us? Why are you here?
Ask him if he knows anything about the god a little bit further back. God with quote marks.
The god, yeah.
Would you know anything about? I kind of like listen to Zeshtal. I'm like, okay. Do you know anything about a god in these parts?
Uteo has
Possibly.
been long gone from Cholt. What god are you asking of? As you guys continue to like talk with these two guards, out of the hut that they are surrounding, walks another goblin. Do I have any sort of descriptor for her? No, let me open her up so I can describe her. She maybe looks very similar to the other goblins, but has like a larger mask on. And she has a big fancy hairdo done as well. She's got like big dreadlocks forming like a giant mohawk down the center of her head. She comes
Sweet.
out
I'm
looking
into
at her two guards,
I love
and
her.
she says, "What is all this commotion about?" She's very angry.
I say I'm sorry. My goblin's a little rusty. I studied with them many moons ago. I am Bookslam. With what?
The gratuit, the obvious like.
I
book
am.
noise.
I am a Kenku cleric, and we are on our way to Port Nanzara, and we were just curious, since we found your encampment, if you would know anything about a almost like a stone guardian in the forest back there.
I send my people out to give thanks to him some point, but why do you care?
Oh, just
Who are you
we
to
had
be
a hunch.
asking me, Queen Grabstab, any questions?
Queen Crabs.
Crab stab? Is that really?
Oh
Okay.
boy.
I whisper to Book Slam. Tell her I think she looks really cool. Tell her I love her.
My friend thinks you look really cool. No offense.
No offense.
No, what does that mean?
I don't know. Goblins get offended by
taken.
everything, dude.
Why don't you? So you're trying to like persuade some information out of them, right? So give me a persuasion.
Okay. I'm gonna botch.
Ask her if she's single.
Also, are you still standing this far away from them, or do you walk any closer to them?
I stay right here because they're really, apprehensive about where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I think they've at this point come to like the edge of their little encampment. But
What was her name again?
Queen Grabstab.
Queen Grabstab. Ask Queen Grabstab if she's single and into Ganassi.
Nope, not gonna do that. You've had your one. I gave it to you.
I had my one. You said
Everybody
no
gets one.
offense. Everyone gets one.
Yeah, she tells you that basically what you guys were able to deduce from having been there. She says it's been there a long time. We give it gifts. I try not to anger it or cause any issues over here. Why don't you roll another perception for me? Book Slam specifically, since you're closer to the goblin than.
Also the one talking in goblin.
Yeah, we don't understand what she's saying.
So you notice around her neck as she has come closer, you see a big amulet, and sketched into or like etched into the front, maybe scratched very poorly, is the word Vorn.
Oh, guys,
Let's get her.
I don't want to. Last time we had to deal with some crazy queen. Oh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, if we try to
could've
attack her,
seduced
she's
this
gonna
one.
summon that shield guardian to come and eat our lunch.
We could have seduced this one.
Maybe the shield guardian's like 2 days away.
No,
Yeah,
he
he
was
can
only
run real
one day
fast.
away.
Shield guardian's not anywhere near us right now, right?
I thought it was just 1 day away.
It was 1 day traveling fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's not close enough there.
No. We only have 3 people. Hmm.
Ah,
This is an opportunity.
tell her
Um.
we wanna like worship it also.
Wish we had Cabby here to steal it in the middle of the night.
Right off of her neck.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you think that
juicy.
would work?
I probably can't suggest that she give that to us since I don't speak Goblin.
I don't know. A suggestion requires the person to understand your language.
It
Let
should
me.
say it. It should say it in the
Before
description.
you do that, let's find out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Can hear and
Um,
understand you. Yeah, so they would have to understand you.
Yeah.
So she doesn't speak common, even though she's queen.
Let me look. Actually, she might speak common. I mean, this isn't something that you guys would necessarily like know though, unless you tried speaking common with her. But
I'm gonna ask her out loud. I'm gonna say, "Oh, do you speak common?"
he's running real slow for me. Let me see. She like spits on the ground and she says, "Yes, but I do not enjoy it."
Jeez, lady.
Understandable.
She spits.
I
on the
don't
ground
enjoy
again.
it either.
She's real angry about common.
Don't worry, I hate common too. I only speak it because everyone else does. I'd rather speak bear or ogre,
Bear.
like because my family. I was raised by bears.
Yeah, just the idea of speaking bear though is silly.
I think I should be able to speak bear. I don't actually speak bear. I just say "Ah," and I pretend, and I in my mind I think that I'm speaking fluently.
You're just totally convinced that
Wow.
it's actually bear that you're speaking. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, like I'm convinced completely that I'm speaking bear.
Actual
like a
bears are just
dory.
confused when they hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back to this. Enough about the bears. I took notice on the necklace, of course, because I saw it. Just curious, where did you receive that necklace? I've never seen a goblin wear it with so much. What's the word I'm looking for?
Elegance.
Elegance. There we go.
Elegant. I
Yeah,
like
that works. Elegance. Thank you, DM.
She looks down at the necklace and like picks it up in her hand and checks it out. And she says, "This thing? I don't know. I just found it in the jungle. It was very shiny and pretty. I like it."
Well, it looks good on you, but I think oh, dang it, wish Cabby was here. I think this onyx gemstone would look better around your neck. Would you be up for a trade? This onyx gemstone is very pretty.
So the amulet is bronze and adamantine. I wonder how worn it would be after however long it's been in the jungle. Let me roll. Okay. Give me another persuasion.
Oops.
Other
Wrong thing.
proficiency.
Yep. Dang it, man. Unless Chris wants to chime in real quick.
So that was perception, not persuasion.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. Wow. Okay. I can read. Persuasion, where is it? Oh, there it is. Dang it!
Oh my god.
So
Nice.
you hold up the onyx gemstone like in the palm of your hand to show her, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you do that as you're talking about it. She looks back down at her necklace and she looks over her shoulder and like nods at some of the other goblins that are there, and they like come up behind her as well. And she says, "I don't know why you're trying to trick me with this lesser jewel. I don't want to make a trade like that."
Would there be anything that you would want to trade?
Why would I want to give away something that I already have?
in case you want like money or food or goods,
What
or we
what
could
use
do
do I
something
have for
you.
money? She looks around. I already have plenty of food. She points at a stockpile in the back. She says, "Your offerings mean nothing to me. This is my treasure. You wander into my camp and try and take my necklace from me."
Chris, you're up.
As she's saying this,
Harder.
she's switching between common and goblin so that like all of you can understand what she's saying.
I like that. We're not trying to trick you. We're just here to get some, to you know, get some information and see if we can party.
That's-
Some party.
I have a
Uh,
charisma of 8. Okay. I
Okay.
Where did Chris go on the map?
Chris is
I'm
down
right
there.
next to you.
He's
Oh,
just,
wow,
like,
you're
the
like
same
super
color as
invisible.
everything. Here, let me remove his green tinting.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't see him either.
It's like, where's Waldo?
There.
Oh my
Made it
gosh, I
easier
just
to-
realized that that's a shadow.
I have this ingot of adamantine. You can take it, melt it down for weapons, what have you.
All right, roll a persuasion.
Persuasion.
Don't
Hey,
you have
Merle,
that
Are
ability,
you,
dude?
I have that ability, but I don't want to use it if I don't have to.
Well, I
Emerald-
mean,
Oh, I
we're-
didn't mean to use. I did not mean to press hand axe.
I was like, do you just throw an axe at her? Like, what is?
I mean, that would have been pretty spicy. Because I mean, I'm sure that would have hit.
I mean-
but no, I did
I
not.
mean, oh, okay, out of character, this would probably be a good time to use it, Chris.
Yeah, but if it fails, she's gonna attack us for sure.
Yeah, but we're gonna
she's
kill
getting all
her.
her boys.
You know what? If
So-
it fails, we're gonna kill her too. So I just say go for it.
You hold up this ingot of adamantine, and she looks back down at her necklace, which is made of like more or less the same stuff. It's just a little bit older, and so she looks back down. She looks at you again. She looks back down. She looks at you again. She pulls it off of her neck, just like, movie style, like just rips it, and the clasp comes undone. And she holds it out to you. She says, "I'm not happy about this, but it does seem to be of better quality and larger than my own."
Ah.
She's so spicy.
You go up there and get it. You're making the trade. You finish it off.
All right, here I am.
All right. Yeah, she and unless you come like right next to her, she just tosses it on the ground in front of you, or maybe she like nudges one of her guards so that her guard like goes up to you and holds his hand out for the ingot first before she does
Yeah.
it.
Yep, there it is.
Okay. So yeah, you give him the ingot, and then she tosses the amulet at your feet.
All right, I'll pick it up and go back.
I butt in kind of. Thank you for the trade. We don't get an opportunity to trade many people in the jungle here in Cholt. It's very, very crazy.
I whisper to her, "I love you. You're very beautiful."
She,
In
They're, like,
common.
super far away.
yeah, with her
I just
passive
mouth the
perception,
words.
I don't think she notices.
That's fine.
Um,
I just
So-
mouth the words.
She looks curiously at you, Bookslam, and she says, "A bird who speaks Goblin. This is very interesting. What are you? Where do you come from?"
I am a Kenku cleric that studied with many goblins for many years as a kind of to show other clerics that I could do it, and also that they could do it too, and we could actually be friends with the goblins in general all over the world. I spent many times, had many good meals, and I even hunted with them sometimes.
The more you say about this, the more she just seems like very confused by the whole proposition of like a bird person hanging out with goblins and training with them and training them, and she's just like, all right, and she shakes it off, and she just starts heading back in towards her tent. And while she heads back in towards her tent, the guards, two of the guards, go back to post outside of her tent, as she sort of like urges them to follow her. And the last two guards there say, unless you have any further business, you should be going.
Very well. Thank you. And then we leave.
As we leave, I say I miss you.
So as you guys start to
huddled-
walk out,
Yeah.
give me another perception.
Emerald was smitten.
Everybody?
Okay. Book Slam and Emerald, you see on your way out. I don't know. You guys must have just like managed to luckily avoid them on your way in. But you see on your way out a tripwire, like along the outside of the village that you suspect is probably for an alarm of some sort.
That's probably why they were shook that we got in.
Yeah, so
That's
you
true.
guys are able to avoid the tripwire in this case on your way out. And which way do you guys take to go to exit this area? Do you just go back the way you came, or do you try and like go?
Yeah, go
around
back. Go
Yeah,
back
we
the
wanna
way
go
we
back to
came.
Vorn.
I also huddle with everybody. This is the because I was the only one that saw it, and you guys are probably wondering why I was trying to barter her necklace too. This is the Vorn token that we needed, the amulet. So we need to go back to Vorn, that shield guardian.
I loved him. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement. Let's go.
Okay.
Awesome. So at this point, it is like becoming nightfall. So you guys wouldn't
Yeah,
be able to make
we'll-
it back there obviously today.
We'll
but,
travel a little bit just to go to a camp.
so-
Me,
Why do you
Triggering
do
you
this
with
to
that.
me?
I'm sorry.
And he's even there.
Oh, is his body still there?
Yeah, dude.
That's
oh, I
great.
love that. I love
Uh,
that.
So, yeah, you like head outside the camp far enough that you like stop hearing the sounds of goblins in the background. And you eventually find a place that's safe enough to camp, and Emerald shows up with an armful of food and water for everybody, and you guys are like all pretty much good to go. It is while you guys are sitting there at camp, Cabby comes like wandering up to you all with her big frisbee. Cabby, how do you carry this frisbee of a medallion around with you? Do you just like strap it
On
to
your
your
back?
back?
Like it's the championship belt still.
Okay, so
The
Cabby comes back,
championship belt?
like holding it up in the
Yeah.
air, like showing it off, thinking that maybe that's the only way to get the magic of it to work, because for some reason she's been
Obviously,
lost
I need
for
to
the
show
last-
it to the sky gods for the sky gods to show me the way.
Yeah, you are. It's like you haven't been holding it that way for the last few days, and you were lost for some reason. So now you're like, this must be the only way. And sure enough, you wander right back into your party, and you're like, well, I'll be damned. Look at that. Yeah, Cabby shows back up again. You guys.
I don't know her.
That's true. Emerald does not know Cabby. So Emerald, do you have like a adverse reaction to this person wandering up to camp, or how does that work out for you?
Wait, what race is she again?
Eladrin.
Yeah, Eladrin. So like a fancy elf.
I'm in love with her.
Okay.
Just like immediately.
Immediately, instant.
I look up to
Emerald-
Cabby very.
That was me.
Emerald's mission in life is to find somebody to love her, so she could go back to her father Shrek with a wife.
I go up to Cabby very seriously. We have lost a we have lost a party
Character.
member.
A character.
What was your character's name?
I mean, how else
Cal.
would you describe Cal?
Cal.
He was a character.
Cal.
Which means we also
perished.
lost stuffed animal Zork.
Yes, we did.
Cal perished in our last battle. I'm also concerned on why you wandered off for so long, but we'll get to that later.
Hi, I'm Emerald.
Oh, and this is Emerald.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how single are you? That's her introduction
11.
to every female she meets.
To all of them. And 11?
Every single one.
That's
That's
super
at
single.
11. Solid. We'll be good friends.
Awesome. So the crew is back together, and Emerald, you can get food for up to 5 people, right? So
Yeah, up to 5 people.
yeah, so you guys are like still super fed. Awesome. Do you guys tell Cabby at all about Vorn and the amulet and all that stuff?
I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
We explain what happened with the raptors. From the last time we set up camp after the bees. We just stumbled upon a goblin can. And I say to Cabby, I'm like, do you remember the information we got about Vorn? From Port Nanzaro? Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Well, we found an amulet, and we also went by Vorn, and there's a shield guardian there. And if you remember, the quest was, or the quest. Well, I guess yeah, the quest.
The quest
The information
for our
that
characters was
the information that we got was to take the amulet to befriend or activate or something with the shield guardian, with the amulet. Are you game?
You game.
Can I let the shield guardian imprint on me?
Imprint on me.
No.
so who has the amulet right now? Actually, that's actually a very good question.
It was
I have it.
Zestral.
Zestral.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Zestral, you can't take all the friends. You got a snake now, and
get better rolls.
you are super squishy. So
All right.
Steve
so
is pretty squishy too.
yeah, you guys camp out,
Protection.
and yeah, the next day, let's see how your travel
Oh,
goes. Yeah, go ahead.
Did you want Cabby to introduce herself, because we all did that at the beginning for your stream?
Sure.
Do you get
Yeah,
him asking?
Cabby, before we started, everybody sort of introduced their race and character class and stuff like that. Do you want to give everybody a quick rundown of what and who Cabby is?
Oh, who Cabby is? Cabby is kind of a dick.
I like to
So
also
that's true.
imagine that this is Cabby talking to Emerald about Cabby.
Oh yeah.
I'm into
all in
this.
third person.
Yeah.
Emerald.
Cabby is Dick. I am Cabby. Cabby like you.
Cabby has formed no opinions on this person thus far.
Emerald's 100% smitten immediately.
Okay, so is Cabby a dick? The only information that
That's it. That's her. She has no race, no class. She's
That's-
just a dick.
Cabby is a rogue pirate. Sorry.
I like that, rogue pirate.
Yeah.
all right. And Eladrin, as we learned earlier too. So cool. So we got everybody here. Where the hell is? Here we go. This is what I was looking
Hail. You
I'm
lived in
green.
the South for too long,
for.
Josh.
Shut up.
Shut
I
up.
don't know nothing about how long I lived in the South. All right.
My Southern still comes out every once in a while.
All right. So you wake up, get ready to travel. It is raining harder than usual. So it's going to make it a little bit harder for you guys to travel, as well, as you're going to have disadvantage on navigation checks.
But I rolled a 3. Helm, protect us.
And you're going to
But I
take some
have
exhaustion.
my
Oh, yeah.
magic.
Yeah, Cabby has the shield.
That's right.
The amulet.
You are back with the amulet. So I'm still going to roll this thing just because it gives me all my encounters for the day. But all Are you guys traveling back at a fast pace to go back to Vorn as well?
Yeah, definitely.
How else would you respond when you're told to summon a stone guardian?
That's true. Yeah, you hurry the hell up and go get it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that happens? You get there early and it kills you?
This thing's pretty peaceful. I don't know if everybody's gonna like us messing with it though. It doesn't seem like everybody wants. They're like offering things at its feet and stuff.
Maybe they want him to wake up and bless them.
Or
We
they're
will
giving him
soon
offerings so he
find
stays
out.
asleep and doesn't smite them.
I think he's cool. I would offer things to him.
Awaken, 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 awaken.
So I think the only encounter that you guys have during this day, roll perception with disadvantage for me. Because it's raining, torrential downpour, so it's going to be harder to see.
How do I roll up disadvantage?
Just roll it, and we'll take the lower of the two numbers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, roll 20 always rolls both for some reason.
So 15, 8, and 10. So,
Wait, Cabby didn't
Zestral...
roll.
Oh, yeah, Cabby. I need Cabby as also.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay, Cabby. Don't worry. You're fine. Emerald says out loud.
Oh, I think I
Cabby
finally am.
gives Emerald her most just vicious stare.
I'm crying.
Okay.
God damn!
Okay, so Cabby and Zestral both noticed this. You guys have seen this before. It's just a little bit harder to see because of the torrential downpour, but you start to see the bank of blue mist drifting in from the between the trees. And
No.
it's sort of broken up a little bit by the heavy rain, but it's moving towards you guys, and it's moving relatively quickly.
What is this?
Fuck the death fog. Run.
It moves
we
at
gotta run.
1d6 20-foot squares. Or no, that's how much it covers. What does it say? 5 feet per round it moves. So it's not super fast.
kills.
Like, you guys could outrun it, but it moves quick enough.
Let's
And it will
run it.
kill us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys start like just running perpendicular to the mist as quickly as you can until eventually you see the end of it, and you're able to avoid it without too many issues. I don't think any of you guys have actually been like in the mist yet, have you?
I'm kind of worried that we're gonna get a chance where it's like covering a mass quantity amount and it's moving faster than we can run, and I'm sure that can happen. Am I
Let me
right?
see.
I don't think so, but I feel like we watched some zombies get in the mist.
I'm
I
a
don't remember what
bear.
happened.
I don't remember that.
Didn't, like, the first encounter we had, the mist eat them up?
I remember we had zombies the first encounter, but I don't think
You guys
we had,
avoided those zombies that first encounter.
We had like
because-
20, 30 zombies on the field, I think, or something like that, and we
and only
avoided
like
them.
5 HP because it was literally your first encounter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this particular bank of fog is only about like 20 feet across, so you're able to pretty quickly just like move around it. And it continues moving, but since it's only 5 feet per round, and you guys are able to move like up to 60 feet per round with dash, it's really not an issue. So it could be larger, right? It could be like much larger, but this particular one is not that big. So cool. So you guys work your way around that, and manage to get your full 2 hexes, and since you don't get lost, you guys show up back in Vorn again. And I think again it is dark when you get there because you guys have been traveling there with like it being your final destination for the last couple of trips. So let me grab.
This is how adventures should be, dark and stuff.
Yeah, let me grab
dark and
Cabby
spooky.
off of the main page.
Ooh,
since
it's
Cabby is now
it's gonna
with
be
you.
October soon. Spooky, scary skeletons. Let's do
Spooky,
this.
scary Skelevorn.
Cabby at this point.
I go over to
Spooky
pet him
skeleton.
again.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
I just find it comforting.
What?
Petting Vorn.
Dang it! This map is so large.
Hang on a second. I'll force you to where you are.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I speak good.
Okay.
Would you mind
let's see
doing
what
it again?
takes. Yeah.
Look how I'm zoomed in really good. Look how
My
HD our
hotkey
characters
for
look.
unmuting myself.
Oh, hang on. Cabby,
it
you
was
have
just
night vision, right? Or night
Yeah.
dark vision? Okay, then let
Dark
me give
vision.
you your
I'm using my light too. my spell,
There we go.
which is a cantrip.
Okay. So yeah, you come back. You see the shield guardian in exactly the same place as it was last time you saw him. He's slouched up against a rock. He's got offerings at his feet. And
Why doesn't roll 20 have a grayscale feature?
why doesn't shield guardian? Why doesn't roll 20 do what?
Have a grayscale feature per person, because that's how night vision works, and it would look cool.
Oh,
That's
that
all.
would look cool. Yeah, like a filter.
It
over
sure
the
would.
Yeah.
top. Let me see what you have to do to activate this amulet. I think you just need to like.
Believe.
Yeah, more or less.
Wow. Oh, I don't know how
so,
it works either.
Zeshtul, why don't you give us some flavor? What does this look like when you try to activate this thing?
Okay. So I've got the thing hanging on my neck, and I just kind of go up to it and
summoning.
Yeah, I just kind of stand in front of it and say, "Awaken." I don't know.
Awaken.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's probably all that's really necessary. Your amulet probably glows a little bit and does that thing where it like magically like sort of like hovers above your chest. And the shield guardian like rolls his shoulders and like lifts up his head and stands up and comes up to the full 8 feet tall that he is, and is just sort of like hunched over you. And he's just standing there.
Can I see anything that's like, is anything watching us do this?
Well, so I was going to
can I roll
ask that actually.
perception?
When you guys are doing this, do you wait for like every other random creature to be gone, or what do you guys, or do you just do it like regardless of what's around you?
We just do it regardless.
I'm getting ready to
Yeah.
control an 8-foot monster thing.
We don't care
I don't
what's
need
around
permission.
us.
Can I roll perception to see if there's anything watching us?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ. Anybody else want to?
I don't think you see anything watching you.
I love getting 8s. Wow, guys.
Let me find out if there's anything watching you.
We got an 8,
have
a 12, a
+6.
10, and
I
a
rolled a
6.
fucking 4.
Yeah, so I think that you see, let's see, Zeshtul probably notices a goblin like on his way through, or maybe 2 goblins on his way through the forest, and they're walking in. Here, let me actually just get you guys some tokens.
Oh, crap. Probably what's her name's goblins.
What was her name?
Doo-doo pants.
Love her.
Grab stab.
Grab
Yeah,
stab
what-
doo-doo pants.
Yeah, Emerald's in love with her.
Grab and stab. What a
Who?
great goblin name, actually.
Right?
Emerald remembers her.
If I ever roll a goblin, I want to name it something just crazy. Like Blood Gurgle.
Blood gurgle. Wow, I like it. Yeah, so you see 2 goblins coming through the clearing, or coming into the clearing here. Are you able to see them? Yeah, just barely. Perfect. So you see them walking through into the clearing, and they spot the shield guardian standing, and this is, the first time any of them have even heard about this thing standing up. And they immediately just like stop in their steps. Have you had the shield guardian like move anywhere, or is he just standing in the same spot that he was before?
He's just kind of standing there right now.
Okay.
Can he
So
give me a high five?
They probably drop
Just
to...
looking all.
No.
So the 2 goblins, when they see the shield guardian standing, they both like immediately drop to their knees, and have stopped in their tracks.
Can I want to poke Zeshtul.
You want to
What?
poke
I just wanna,
Zeshtul?
like,
Okay.
Yeah, I want to poke him and be like, hey, can you make this thing talk?
I don't know.
Um,
I'm not sure how it works.
so I'm gonna do this real quick.
Because-
Let me give you guys access to this Shield Guardian's information. Edit. And everyone's journals can be controlled by Zeshtul. There you go.
Smacked?
So now you can
Stop.
shift double click on his token and it'll open up his character sheet and it will show you like everything you need to know about a Shield Guardian. We can go into more detail on this like if we get into combat with it and or offline time, depending on whichever one comes first. Basically, they're big, strong boys, but they also can
He's got some
store
HP.
yeah, they also can store spells like in them. So that
How much
they
HP does
can
he have?
cast the spells whenever they want to. So he's in everybody's journal, so everybody can go look at him. He has 142 HP.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, he's a strong boy.
Yeah, he's a very
From a
strong.
strong family.
Yeah. So right now, the Shield Guardian is just staying put. So the goblins have stopped. When they notice you guys like all standing around this goblin that's now standing up, they look like shocked to see anyone else around them, and then maybe they even sense a little bit of like anger, and they yell in Goblin at you, and they say, "What are you doing? What have you done to our deity?"
Wait,
We're saying hi.
hang on. Sorry. If he can store spells. Oh, that's
Can.
cool. Sorry.
I
Okay.
thought
If
At
he can
first,
store
I-
spells, you can make him speak. Was my thing.
He
I have
understands
speak with
commands given
animals.
in any language, but yeah, he can't speak without any magical help. Sorry, what did you say, Emerald?
Hmm?
What did you say? I interrupted you by accident.
I said I have speak with animals.
Oh, he's not an animal.
No, but I'm saying like if I could give it to him,
Oh, okay.
even though
Yeah.
they're not animals. But
I was thinking a spell more like message or something.
mm-hmm.
So I'll
I don't
kind
know
of
if anyone has that.
stand in front of him. And I'll be like, "You think this creature is the deity? I control him."
Jeez, man.
Let me see if these
You're
normal
freaking
goblins
edgelord
speak
over
common.
here.
Ooh, make him kneel in fealty to you.
Yeah, so these normal goblins speak common as well. So roll intimidation.
Bam.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll an opposing will or wisdom saving throw, which is not great, but a 12 is kind of like right on the border. Okay, so they both look at each other like actually here, let me roll a second one since there's two of them. I'm gonna make them act on their own. So
Yeah, that's fish.
one looks at his companion like kind of not believing you, like he looks a little confused, and the other one looks like shocked and just drops to his knees like even further. He like continues to bow down even further. So one is like clearly scared of you, the other one is like not sure. He's very skeptical of what you have to say.
I yell boo really loud.
The one that was kind of skeptical looks back at you, Zeshul, and he says, "What do you mean you control him? He's a deity. Nobody controls a deity."
All right, then.
Just say you're the real deity.
That's what he said.
Yeah. I'll tell Vorn to go and pick him up in his hands.
I just want to say as loud as I can, prostration is appreciated.
Did you say cross-dressing is appreciated? Wait, say it one more time.
Prostration.
Frustration?
What the first goblin's doing.
Oh.
The really scared one. Face
Oh.
down in the dirt.
Oh, prostration.
I
Okay,
thought-
yeah.
I thought she said cross-dressing for some reason, and I
That's
was
also
like,
appreciated. This is a.
I
this
guess
is a
it's
friendly-
appreciated. Yeah.
Maybe I should maybe Bookslam should cross dress to get into like our next predicament. Like maybe we have to have like a lady friend or something
No,
go
we
into
don't need like bad.
Final Fantasy VII stuff, you know, like where Cloud went into the Honeybee Club
Emerald would be all about that.
and went to the F room.
That is a
Emerald,
potential plan should we reach a place that has those kinds of entry requirements.
Emerald's that girl at the all girls sleepover who's like, yes, let's pillow fight, and they're all like, please stop trying to get us to be naked, Emerald. And she's
So
like, guys, let's be girls.
you get the Shield Guardian to start moving towards the goblins to go pick him up. Let me see. All right, so his speed
Yeah, I
is-
just kind of point in that goblin's direction, and he walks over there and picks him up.
Okay.
Nicely, not violently, I'm guessing.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm gonna do an opposed.
I mean, if you crush the goblins in the, like, that's not good either, you know.
I'm gonna do an
like-
opposed strength check between the two, so we'll see how this goes.
Don't they have -2 strength?
This queen's gonna find out what we did.
How does the
That's
Shield
why she's-
Guardian? Why is his roll so friggin' terrible? He's got +4 strength. He rolled a 2. Really? Yep. Great.
He rolled a 2 and his second roll was a 4. Like,
Yeah,
a
just
life.
not good overall. So the
might
Shield Guardian
might as well
reaches
have a
down.
Sokka in here.
The Shield Guardian reaches down to grab the goblin, and the goblin just like pushes his arm away as it comes down at him, so that he isn't able to grab him. I think maybe the Shield Guardian is like still like wearing off some of his like rust and old age from having sat there for so long. But his arm just sort of like swings out of the way lazily, and he doesn't manage to grab the.
You should make him do the infinity dab.
But that alone should show the goblin that I have control over the guardian. Right.
Sure. So with this action, roll another intimidation, but with advantage. Yeah. So the Shield Guardian, or the goblin, like pushes his arm away and then backs up and maybe like stumbles over this rock that's behind him and falls down to the ground and just has like this look of pure shock and awe on his face.
You gonna do anything else?
I mean, what else is there to do? I proved my point.
Act out like some crazy snake dude with over the top evil, you know, evilness banter that, you know, bad guys usually do.
You just want him to break the illusion and finally show his true form. That's all you want out of this.
Yes, I do. I mean, just look at his character.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of look down at him. Like, do you still question me?
He just remains silent on the ground.
Okay.
That's what I thought!
Steve's just over there disappointed in you because, like, does Steve go like join me because like you found a new friend?
Nah, Steve's
yeah.
imprinted on me.
No. Steve is jealous now. Steve is jealous.
I waved to Steve. I use speak with animals on Steve.
I got to speak with.
Yeah, well, so do I.
Actually, I don't think I do.
So you guys now have control over Vorn. It is like getting later at night. You scared these two goblins. What are you guys doing from here?
Make a camp.
You guys gonna make camp just like right here next to these two goblins?
Do you want to
Weird.
go out a little bit? Probably should go out a little bit.
Yeah, go.
Okay. So as you guys start to head out of the area, here, let's move everybody. Actually, everybody go ahead and move your tokens like on your way out. Put them in whatever formation you're gonna put them in. Do your thing.
What do you mean?
Like,
I think it's.
I just realized I have beast sense, so we could totally use Steve to like do like lookout stuff at some
oh
point.
yeah, beast sense is really cool. You can see through their eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perceive everything they perceive.
Yeah.
So
Like
that's
a
just
true
like
Beastmaster.
kill me. You said you would do last time. I got me a mo. No one's gonna kill me now.
Zestial, you need to comment.
I have to
Then-
say, the lack of thigh armor is a bold choice.
Oh,
Was
on
that
the
wood?
shield guardian? It's still wood. Like
Yeah.
it's relatively strong.
I guess, but when everything else is metal,
What if
wood
it- what if
seems
it's
like a
like-
serious step down.
What if it's petrified wood?
I mean, it might be. He's old enough. He's
I'm
also made
wearing
out of
no
magic.
armor, so
Magic wood.
So you guys start to head out, and everybody roll. Hang on.
Just saying, make him dab, Chris. That'll scare everybody away.
I love that.
All right, everybody roll initiative. Roll it
Oh,
for
nice.
Vorn as well for me, Zeshtul.
Remember when we didn't use inspiration to save Cal? I remember.
Remember when I chose to attack
Yes,
instead of?
Instead of saving him. I remember that too.
Do I just click initiative on my thing again, or
No,
does
so
it-
you
does he
can
have his own,
hold shift and double click on his token, and it'll bring up his like information sheet. And when
There
you
we
have
go.
that open, you can go to his character sheet tab and click the initiative button there.
sheet?
Look at that 20 on an initiative.
So is he basically just a bot for us?
Yeah. He's a very strong, like, magical construct, and he can also store spells. So the way that storing spells works is you cast the spell on him, and it doesn't have any effect on him, and then he absorbs it, and then he can cast it at any time for you.
What?
Yeah.
Which is
What?
so fucking cool.
Is that
Um,
only like can
How many
Zestral only
spells?
do that?
Yeah, it's the
or
person who's
can...
controlling him can do it.
Oh, okay, so like I couldn't put a healing spell on him to cast later on.
Oh, that would be
when-
so good though.
Well, so it's the spellcaster who wears the Shield Guardian's amulet can cause the Guardian to store one spell of 4th level or lower. To do so, the wearer must cast a spell on the Guardian. The spell has no effect, but is stored within the Guardian. When commanded to do so by the wearer, or when a situation arises that was predefined by the spellcaster, the Guardian casts the stored spell with any parameters set by the original spellcaster, requiring no components. When the spell is cast or a new spell is stored, any previously stored spell is lost. So right now, you guys do not know what spell is currently in him, if any. You could cast a healing spell on him if Zeshul like lets you borrow the amulet. But yeah, predefined parameters.
Kind of glad we don't have our other person in here because they probably would have used this to kill the whole party by this
Who?
point. The person who should not be named.
the person is
Voldemort?
no longer with us. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god!
I thought you were talking about Cal.
Voldemort
and I
was
was
at
like,
this
he probably
party?
would do that.
Yeah, that's Zestral. Look at him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
don't know.
So, let's see. Both of these goblins are going to shoot their short
Actually-
bow at you guys.
The goblins?
Yeah, the goblins are shooting at you. Why do you think I
Good,
had you
we're
roll
good.
initiative?
Oh,
No, I know that. I know that. I'm just like, now we're gonna have to decimate these goblins because they're stupid. You know?
how
Like,
dare you?
I yell
so
at them
think
in
that
goblin. I yell at them in goblin. You idiots!
they were probably aiming for Zeshtul, but they are firing just sort of at the back of this group. So they're going to end up hitting or shooting at Emerald and Cabby. Cabby, you take 5 piercing damage.
What's your
And-
armor?
Or
Emerald, you
Oh.
also
Minus
take
15.
5 piercing damage.
Understandable.
Yeah, so you guys start walking away, and 2 arrows shoot out at the group of you, and each of you take like an arrow in the shoulder or leg or something, and are
How about
To the knee.
I
damn it!
Used to
I
be a
hate-
used
I
to be a
take an
venture
arrow.
like you, and then I took an arrow to the knee.
Wait, me and Cabby took an arrow to the knee. You know what that means?
You know, seeing that in VR.
Chult, that's the official way to marry
Get
a
married.
couple. Yeah, so
Mhm, yeah.
congratulations. The goblins have married you. No, so you guys have both taken
I
an
squeal.
arrow, and now Cabby, it's your turn. When you turn around, Cabby, to look at what just shot you, the two goblins, one is on top of the other one.
Like
That's
stacked?
so cute.
Yeah, they're stacked.
So if I shoot
gonna-
a bolt at them, will it hit both of them?
No, you get to pick.
If you
one
shoot the
which
for the
one.
bottom
bottom one.
That's how
Yeah.
it should work.
Yeah, aim for the bottom one.
I mean, unless you're like in a tree above them with a really powerful bow and you're just trying to split them down in the middle like a fucking shish kebab.
No, I'm
you're not gonna
saying
hit both of them.
I'm saying spells though. Like if they're stacked on top of each other, or how does that work? Usually they're separate.
Oh, so if it's a spell that like is like a, it depends on the spell really, because there are some spells that like affect a creature
Like, if I did-
at certain range. But like, what do you have in mind? And I'll tell you how it would work.
Or like if I shot my radiant bolt, like if you know they don't already murder these things before I do, like will it do double damage on both of them because they're stacked or no?
No, so the bolt targets like a
Okay.
single creature, so it would be just whichever one you want to target. But there are some
Okay.
like area effect spells, and that would.
Right,
Yeah,
I
but
understand
yeah,
that. Right, I have one. Yeah, I was understanding that. I was just making sure it wasn't a different rule set for if enemies are stacked on each other because that's
No.
weird.
Yeah, when enemies stack on each other, it's just an automatic cake me and they become one greater entity.
I mean, that's how Voltron does it.
Are goblins Ultron?
Yes. It's just a goblin. It's like a goblin bot made of goblin bodies, just like swinging.
It's just like the anime
There's two goblins. Oh my
Ninja
God.
Batman, right? It's exactly
Oh
the
my
same thing.
god, that was so horrible.
It was.
I
Very
didn't see
bad.
it.
Don't watch it.
Uh oh. Chat says poo poo. Nanny poo poo is not here.
No,
I
this
miss
is-
Nanny Poo Poo.
This is not
She
Nanny
just
Poo
comes
Poo's
out.
doing.
She just comes out and starts messing with our
So I'm
minds.
gonna
Like, You're
yell-
all crappy party members.
You'll never find love, Emerald.
I mean, I can say that.
You
There's,
have
like,
said that.
Much more detail
Just skip-
somewhere in here about like how these Batiri goblins. I'm trying to figure out how these goblins.
Are they supposed to like 100% show up every single time you activate the guardian?
No.
Oh.
That was just
Okay.
a roll that I
Roll
made.
for them.
But so there's like very specific details in here about how the like stacking goblins works in Jolt. And so I was just trying to find that. It's not a huge issue. Like we can deal with it. However,
Okay,
but-
I was just curious, like
Yeah.
the whole stacking. Yeah.
So yeah, Cabby, you turn around and you see these goblins stacked on top of each other with their bows drawn. What do you do?
I exclaim in
Ta-da.
surprise in Elvish, double goblin! And
Double up.
Double goblin, double prizes.
and I just
It's the less popular spin-off of Double Dragon.
Yeah. So which one are you aiming for?
so I'm aiming for the bottom one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
So wait, how are the goblins stacked?
Shoot him in the nard dogs.
One is sitting on the other one's shoulders, like you know how when you hold a kid on your shoulders and you're like
Yeah,
their legs.
so face is still visible, and
Yeah, they're both
that's
facing
where
you.
I'm aiming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're aiming at the bottom one, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
Can we even
yeah.
see them?
Roll your damage.
yeah.
Because the light's not
Um,
reaching them. It's all dark.
it is
Okay.
for me.
So yeah, Cabby has dark vision.
Gotcha.
So actually, did your dark vision show up on this sheet? Okay. This is the one. Yeah, I put. Okay, this is the one I affected it on. Cool. So
Are
you.
Are they gonna walk stacked on each other too? Because that would be amazing.
Well, they would if the bottom one didn't die. So you shoot the goblin on the bottom. Where does the arrow hit him to cause him to die so quickly?
Oh, well, so he's got the other goblin on his shoulders, right? So I figure, best case scenario, I shoot him straight in the face and it hits the second goblin's dick.
Oh, you did shoot him in the nard dogs. Yeah, dude.
Roll a percentile die for me. Roll a d100. Let's see
Okay.
what the odds are of this. Damn. Give me
This is happening.
1d2 damage. You're either gonna do 1 or 2 damage to him. Yeah. Okay. So, you. God damn it! I can't believe I'm like giving you this. So you shoot the first goblin in the face. It like just punctures straight through the back of his skull. He collapses, and the second goblin like falls forward off of his friend and is like holding his genitalia because he's in pain as well.
I don't know where I learned it from.
And
Probably
I
from
say,
a goblin in speaking common, but I threw up my hands. I was like, in the Nard Dogs. That's it.
I was gonna say is that knowing that nobody else can see what just happened, I was just like, that was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, technically, yeah, we couldn't see what happened.
Yeah, I was the
Most
only
everyone
one.
else could see except Bookslam, because Bookslam doesn't have dark vision. So.
Oh.
Or Emerald doesn't have.
Oh,
dark
that's right.
vision
Emerald
either.
doesn't have dark vision either. So Emerald.
Well, I guess I don't say anything because I
Emerald
can't.
casts Beast Sense on Steve so that she can see.
Does Steve have dark
What
vision?
happened? What happened?
I would tell you, but you'd think I'm lying.
Yeah, Steve.
Did you hit him in the Nard Dogs?
No. Did you Nard dog him?
Oh man.
So you do this. The one dies. The other one is now prone on the ground, and it is Vorn's turn. Zeshul, how should Vorn act on this?
Okay.
Does he have
he's
dark
got-
vision?
He does.
Holy crap!
60 feet dark vision.
Wow,
He
dude.
also has blind sight. So
Yeah. Let's see, he's got 30 feet speed, so can he reach him?
Sorry, Emerald. We
I
don't need your
actually
tanking
know how
ability anymore.
accurate these because this. Oh, it's actually like accurate. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the distances on here are accurate enough.
Yeah. What kind of attacks does he have?
So if you wanted to try to see if he had a spell stored in him already, I would be willing to try to figure that out with you.
Ooh.
Because I think most
I
of
want
his
to see if
spells
he can.
are.
No, he can't reach him by hand yet.
Make
You
him make Steve attack.
No, Steve is squishy. He'll die. Protect
He's on-
Steve.
You need to have him in your sleeve then. Otherwise, Steve needs to roll for initiative.
Steve in your sleeve.
Yeah, I don't think I
also-
can see his spells yet.
Well, so you wouldn't. So this guy was just like abandoned here by some other random wizard, right? So you don't know what sort of spell he would have in him, if any. So the thing is you could try to command him to cast whatever spell he has, and I will tell you that I don't know whether or not he has a spell stored in him. So we would roll to find out whether or not he has a spell in him, and then if he does, I would roll on another table to see what random ass spell it could possibly be. So it's up to you if you wanted to try that, or if you just want him to.
It's
stand
like
there
wild
and
magic.
Guard you.
Do you
How much?
want to open the loot box?
No. We can't do loot boxes anymore. It's illegal.
Well, I wanted him to just go over there.
Only in
And,
most countries.
Only in most.
I wanted him to just go over there and pound the shit out of this goblin, but he can't seem to reach him from where he is.
How many
Yeah,
feet can he
so-
move?
30.
30 feet.
Oh, that's same as
So
us.
this is as far as he can go.
Well, that's
He
So,
can dash, but then
so
he
yeah.
wouldn't be able to attack. So
Yeah. So yeah, I'll try the spell lottery.
okay. So I'm gonna give it a
spell lottery.
let's say
This is the
30
one and only spell lottery you can do too.
I'm gonna give it a 30% chance that he has a spell on him. So if it is a
What are you rolling for,
what are
Caddy?
you rolling? What is going on?
Me?
Oh, so I'm gonna give him a 30% chance that he has a spell on him. So if he rolls a 20 or higher on this D30, then he does have a spell. Let's see. So you command him to do a spell, and I think he probably just sits there. He probably doesn't even move at all. Maybe like some
That's
part of him,
disappointing.
maybe like his chest glows a little bit, like he was trying to release whatever spell he was storing, but no, he doesn't actually have a spell on him.
Oh well.
Okay. Zeshul, it's your turn. Also, I want to call out something else that would just be important to know since you guys are actually in a fight and Vorn is involved. If you are within 5 feet of Vorn and something tries to attack you, you get +2 to your AC.
What?
Well, so whoever's
Oh,
wearing
snap.
the amulet, though, not everybody, just the person wearing the
Oh.
amulet.
Well, I mean that's
That
good
means I
because
could have
Zeshul's pretty squishy anyway. So
I could have 19 AC.
So what I'm saying is, we adopt the goblin's tactics as our own, and we stack.
Oh my god, I love that plan. Cabby,
think-
come stack with me.
I think you should have Vorn
Just
carry
Zeshul
you.
riding the
Zeshul.
guardian.
Yeah, all the time.
Just sit on their shoulders all the time.
Yeah.
He is large. We'd have to look into the rules to see what size creature it would have to be for a medium-sized creature to
say
ride
it in
it. I think
If
large
Cal
would be
was
enough,
still-
though.
You say it in
If
Ger's
Cal was
voice
still
from Zen.
here.
I love you, Guardian.
I love
All right,
him.
so I'll do a Eldritch Blast on the remaining goblin.
Evil
Okay.
Paul says be Yoda, which you look like Yoda because you're green and look all.
I will remind you once again that is not how my character looks.
That
Green
is
buddies.
I just want to remind everybody that I'm the dungeon master, and that is exactly what Zeshul looks like. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
what
Well,
I
Shrek,
say
your
is
dad
canon,
can
right?
win
That's
the
what
I
I'm
game.
will. I will kill everybody with my new guardian friend.
It's okay to be an ogre.
I don't care.
Then
So-
your god comes down and smites you because that's what the DM commands.
Zeshul is so upset about everyone making fun of what he looks like that his Eldritch Blast misses. He is looking off at Bookslam like, I'm not some crazy maniac, and he just blindly fires it, and it just shoots off in the distance, and you miss the goblins, unfortunately.
Motherfucker.
Emerald,
I'm
it's your
not
turn.
some crazy person throws magic behind them.
I openly
I
mock him by repeating exactly what he says, but in a higher pitch.
I hate all of you.
Oh wait, how do you check how many feet?
That's
this
so we're
is?
just giving you crap because you got yourself a bro.
So on the left toolbar, Troy, there is underneath the magnifying glass. There's a
Oh,
looks like a crooked power symbol.
What'd you just fire out of it?
I did. I
What abilities do you have?
I did not. That was nothing. That was an
Purple
accident.
spit move.
So you could
She
get-
has 40. I have 40 movements. I have 40
Okay.
speed.
Then yeah, you could get all the way to right next to them if you wanted to. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and then I'll.
How do you erase stuff off the map if you draw?
I don't know.
You just select it and delete it.
I'll use my bonus action to rage. And attack with my great axe.
Okay. Raging gives you
Um,
like a plus something or other to your something.
Plus
right?
2 to it gives me
Advantage on strength
resistance
checks,
to-
saving throws, +2 melee damage with strength weapons.
and it gives me resistance to all damage types except psychic.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, do your attack. Do you want to give us some flavor on what this looks like? There's a poor goblin crouched in the ground holding his nards, and then you
Nard dogs.
How does this?
Nard dogs.
How does this look?
I axe him nards upward. slice him from the nard so that he feels it all the
From one end to the other.
yeah, from one end to the other.
He's the Nard dog. Okay.
Alright.
I'm really angry about it because I'm raging. So whenever I rage, my fur gets bigger. My fur from my bareness.
Okay. It's like a dog, you know, when dogs get upset and they have that little mohawk of hair on their lower back that puffs up a
That's
little bit.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
All right. So Emerald gets a slightly puffier, and then just separate. What's the word I'm looking for when you split something
Slices
into?
him,
Well, there's like a single word for splitting something in two, and
lobotomizes.
Vivisect?
Wow.
I can't remember. It's not important, but you basically
I think
slice
you're
this
thinking of
goblin.
vivisect.
Bisect.
Bisect and vivisect are both. Yeah, either one of those I think would be perfect for it. Yeah. You bivivisect this
Torn asunder.
this goblin.
Struck twain.
You struck twain this goblin. I like that one too. That's good.
Wrecked.
Yeah. So
There's
yeah, the
lots
two
of words
goblins
for
now
breaking stuff
are
into two
just
Let's go modern.
demolished
Wrecked
on the
is
ground,
good.
and you have killed them all. Great job,
I'll
everybody.
be right back.
Okay.
Me too. I'm just kidding. I was joking when I said me too.
All right. Yeah. So you
I
guys
turn-
finished off the last of the goblins. As far as you can tell, nothing else seems to be like coming after you for Vorn. Yeah, you guys are good for now. So you continue off to find some other place to camp, I'm guessing at this point.
I look at Zeshtel's eyes, and I give him a hug and go, "It's gonna be okay." You didn't choose to look this way. You were born this way.
Wait, what? Wait, why?
Maybe
Wait,
it's
why are you saying
Maybelline.
this?
You're the worst.
So it could be Maybelline.
Maybelline. I hate that commercial. So
I am
Um,
that commercial. Fight your privilege.
All right. So you've killed the two goblins. You find a place to camp. Emerald comes back with an armful of food. So Emerald,
sure does.
when you go finding this food, do you just like everybody else is making camp and you just wander off and then wander back with food, or do you let everybody
Yep.
know that you're going to get food?
Oh, I just leave and then just come back because I'm not used to being around people.
Okay,
So
so
I
you
just-
don't really
I just leave
care
and come
about
back.
like telling them. All right.
Yeah,
I
I
like
tell Cabby because now there's a woman.
Okay.
When it was just us, Jewel, and Bookslam, I didn't say anything. But now I tell Cabby, but just her, no one else.
All right. So yeah, eventually Emerald comes back with food. You guys are well fed and you camp out for the night. That was a solid day. You got yourself a shield guardian. Congratulations, everybody.
I'm pretty upset. I didn't
Let
get to attack anything.
Sorry. Before we
You could
continue
attack
too much
me.
further, I need to.
Okay, so at the goblin encampment.
Yeah.
We should also probably avoid that goblin encampment. Traveling wise. So maybe
I can't
like
wait to tell
around
you
it?
guys more about this goblin encampment once we are like far enough away from it that it won't be an issue.
What was her name?
Grab stab.
How many times are you gonna ask that?
Grab stab.
Because until I remember, I'll never remember it. To be
Do we
honest,
need a handout for grab stab? That way it can just always be there.
that would help. Grab stab.
All right, let's see what the weather is like on this
Emerald
day.
just can't get it out of her head.
Maybe I should make a guardian, or a guardian, well, a goblin named Queen Grabnard.
Grabnard.
Yeah, Queen Grabnard.
All right. So it's
Are you watching
the
The Office
rain.
again or something?
What?
Dude, I'm always watching The Office 24/7.
Nard dog. All right. So
I don't know why that stuck in my head today. I just like Nard dogs. That's all I want to. That's it. Nard dogs is the name of this D&D stream. I'm actually
So-
gonna rename my stream Nard Dogs D&D. Oh, okay.
Adventures. Yeah.
Continue.
All right. So
Nard Dog Adventures.
So you wake up, the rain has died down a little bit since the day prior. It is no longer a torrential downpour, and it's just light mist and drizzle.
I'm back.
Let's see what sort of adventures you guys get into. We already are gonna be okay on your travel because of Cabby. You guys traveling at a fast pace, continued, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where are you guys going now that you're avoiding that goblin encampment? Which direction are you guys going?
Probably okay. So this is the goblin encampment, right?
Yeah, you guys
Like,
get two hexes.
2 spaces over. So we should probably go up 1 hex,
Over 1
to
hex.
that hex, then that hex, and then that hex, and then we go over the rest. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move the goblin thing to the hex that it was on so that you guys can know. I don't think I'm going to uncut. Well, I already told you guys the name of it out of character, so I will just tell you out of character as well.
Grab step.
There we go. Now you guys know where it's at.
Yellyark.
Yellyark?
That's the name of it.
Welcome to Yellyark. My name is Grabstab.
Welcome to Yellyark.
Hey man,
My name is
goblins are weird,
Grabstab.
dude.
May I take your order?
They've always been weird. Almost every single video game, story, whatever. Like they always have really interesting names.
Because they're
Like-
goblins.
Yeah, names that deal with killing and maiming people and stuff like that. Like I always love it.
Wait until
The
you meet
finest
a
of names.
wait until you meet a tabaxi.
Jeremy
Tabaxis
Von
have
Bloodcurdle.
really interesting names as well. Jeremy Von Bloodcurdle. I like it.
Blood curdle.
So
He's only half goblin.
your travel on this day is actually like completely unhindered.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even roll guidance. Guess it didn't matter.
The guidance doesn't matter as long as you have Cabby with you, since Cabby has.
Oh
the,
yeah, that's right. I forgot about
nine.
that. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so you travel unhindered. I think maybe at some point you see some like giant lizards sunbathing on a warm rock somewhere, taking like a break from the mist when possible. You see another stegosaurus like wandering
a
through,
giant-
eating some vegetation, and but otherwise it's just like normal wildlife as you progress through.
Wouldn't a giant lizard just be a dinosaur? Unless it's
mean,
like a Komodo dragon.
It's more like a Komodo dragon. I have a handout.
Oh, okay.
If you want to, I do not have a handout. I have a token.
It depends on what
Oh.
you mean by giant, I guess.
How do I pop out just the token? Can I
Are
do
we
that?
talking like Godzilla giant or?
No, like Komodo dragon giant.
Okay, those are pretty damn big.
So,
Yeah.
just of unusual size.
Biggest lizard in the world in our current world, not the other world that we live in.
They may as well be fucking dinosaurs IRL. Those things are crazy.
I mean,
I think they.
so
I mean-
territorial that no one can do anything on their island
Yeah.
because they're fucking dinosaurs.
They're badass. Komodo dragons are awesome. All right. Yeah, so you see some of those like sunbathing. Maybe one of them even is like belly up, just like really enjoying the break from the rain. But yeah, you guys travel unhindered. You get some food, Emerald, and do y'all do anything else special at camp or talk about anything in particular? I know that I sort of breeze through the easy days, but I want to give you guys an opportunity to like do any role playing that you want to do as well as characters.
Yo, did anyone fucking see me shoot that guy?
No.
No.
But I wish I did.
Cabby's been talking about this for the last 20 miles, and you guys are like, I know, Cabby. We didn't see it, but I know.
I pretend
No, but
to be
guys, you
interested.
see it though. All right. So
I
Emerald.
pretend like I care.
Yeah, Emerald pretends like she cares and continues to flirt with you about it.
Yes.
And I'm just indifferent.
Cabby doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Cabby doesn't even realize that I'm flirting.
I have a charisma score of 10. I'm not real socially
Yeah,
active.
I have a
doesn't
charisma score of
know.
8. So same boat. Not only do you not realize that I'm flirting, but I'm not doing well.
Cabby doesn't.
Emerald doesn't
care.
realize she's not
Take me
flirting.
to the fair.
Yeah, Emerald doesn't realize. Emerald's like, "Hey, how's your day going?" And then in her mind, she's like, "Well, I just, I love."
That cut out in all the right parts.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
glad.
So you guys,
Left it real open to the imagination.
you guys
Good.
camp out for the night, and let's see what the next day is like.
You want us to eat food and stuff?
Well, so Emerald is able
Emerald's
to get
good.
enough food for 5 people, so food and
Can
water.
can you pretty much do what I'm doing right now?
But
Yeah,
without a
but
spell
my
slot.
food's real.
It's
But your
literally just a
food's
feat.
real.
Yeah.
she goes
Oh.
and she gathers real food. She doesn't have to roll for it. It's just a feat.
Oh,
I only
wow.
tell Cabby that I leave though.
It's pretty.
That's great. Okay, I don't
Yeah,
have to
it's
roll for
really
slot,
awesome.
unless we need excessive food for more people, and also probably. Well, how much
Yeah, 'cause
food
I
do you
can-
bring back?
I can only do it enough for 5 people. That's what it
Oh,
says.
okay. Okay, so if we have more than that, you know.
And
Yeah, if we have more than that, then you can slop them.
Vorn doesn't eat,
Oh, I don't even need that.
Steve
Dang it.
eats very little, so you guys are good. Yeah. Speaking of Vorn, while you guys are traveling, Zeshel, do you decide to put any spells into Vorn?
Put something inside him.
Oh.
Yeah. How do I do that?
You just cast
Well,
a spell
today,
on him. Any spell
dear
you want.
diary.
You cast it on him, and then he'll store it.
Me and Vorn took it to the next level.
Me and Vorn went all the way. It was rad.
Oh man.
You have a little
Okay.
pink diary, dude. Uh,
So what I would recommend doing is just here. Let me go back to the thing. You can find Vorn in your journal and roll 20. I'm going to rename him Vorn, I think, as well. I think he might still be. Oh no, he is named Vorn. Okay.
you can name him something else.
You should have access to his like notes and stuff.
Name him Smashbot.
Yeah, I've got his character sheet and all that stuff.
Okay, but is there a
Right
spot
here.
for you to take notes like on him? It doesn't look like there is. If you hit edit, is there a spot for you to take notes?
Weeze.
In the bio. Okay. So what I would do then is I would just make a note somewhere that you're going to remember, whether it's in his bio or on a different thing or a sticky note taped to your monitor. I don't really care, but with whatever spell you decide to cast on him, that way when you decide to use it, you know ahead of time what spell it is.
You could also use digital sticky notes on Windows.
Yeah, anything that works, just as long as you can remember what spell it is.
Yeah.
Me too.
So when I hit edit, it just does his bio and info.
Yeah, if you want to put it in his bio, that's fine. Just like at the very top, just put like current spell in all caps and then whatever spell you decide to cast on him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, here we go. Actions.
I'm surprised you're letting us get this OP character
man,
for.
He's just
okay.
hanging out here. You guys,
I mean,
you guys
actually-
were told about him from day one, and he was very near
Yeah.
Port Anzar. You guys could have had him from like level 1, basically. So,
Oh,
Does
rip, dude.
Vorn have any level of sentience?
I mean, he understands what you guys say, but he doesn't speak. So it depends on what your like definition of sentience is.
I like can like we be friends with him?
I mean, yeah, he is your friend.
I love him.
Oh, you should
I
make him
put,
talk like the Iron
I mean,
Giant.
in
dude.
the same way that you can be friends with your Roomba.
I
Yeah,
put shocking grasp on him.
nice. That'll be a good one.
You think I'm not friends with my roommate?
So that he does still
No,
have
I
to be within
definitely
range
think
for
you
that, though,
are,
right?
that's
That,
why
'cause
I
that
wanted
requires
to-
him to actually grab
I'm
something
glad.
for
Thank you
shocking
for-
grasp.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a Roomba.
I
Okay.
appreciate.
Um.
Yeah.
Don't have one if you have a dog. It'll smear dog shit everywhere.
I live in a small studio with hardwood floors. I also don't have a Roomba.
You should
Uh,
get one.
You guys are continuing to travel at
I
a
have
fast
hardwood.
pace, I'm guessing, as per normal.
Yeah,
Yes.
fast travel. Yeah. We got Cabby's the mighty
Championship belt.
Vorn.
I asked Cabby on a scale of 1 to 10 how much she likes girls, but I don't specify what that means.
12.
So let's see. Which way do you guys are you guys gonna like cut back over to this side like already on this side of Vorn, or are you gonna go a little bit further towards these mountains before you cut over?
What's your guys' call?
I'm thinking.
Good.
I'm thinking we already have to cross the river, so we should avoid the mountains.
Yes.
You also need to avoid Yellyark. I guess we're already near it anyway, so we can just
Okay, so just sort of
Head
work your
onward.
way around it.
yeah.
Okay, so In the morning, as you guys like first head out away from camp, you see a triceratops grazing alone, and she is suspiciously eyeing the four of you, but she doesn't like approach you or come near you or anything.
Suspicious, huh? We keep going.
I mean, she's suspicious of you, not that she looks suspicious.
Is this the same one that we dealt with last time?
I don't think it was a triceratops last time, was it?
I think it was a space.
No.
No, last time
Triceratops
it was a
Hey.
Stegosaurus last time.
Triceratopses are pretty territorial, right?
They can be, depending on
Triceratops is.
what you do to affect them. Do you want to roll like a?
Three horns don't
Nature.
play with
Extremely-
long necks.
Territorial, if I remember how horribly Sarah acted.
You guys want to roll like nature to see what you know about triceratopses?
Sure.
Wait, can I speak with animals?
I already know that they don't play with long necks, so that's all we need to really know, right?
I don't have speak with animals on roll 20, but I have it on D&D Beyond.
That's weird, but that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really require a roll or anything anyway. So, Cabby, you and Zeshul both know that yes, triceratopses can be very territorial. They're not aggressive though, unless they require being aggressive. You
Yeah,
guys
but
also,
at that point, you're fucked.
give me a let's see, what's a roll that I can have you guys roll for this?
Oh wait, nature.
Jump on its back. Have a rodeo. That's what chat's saying right now.
Give me
Oh,
a.
Yeah, let's
I don't
not do
think
that.
you can break a Triceratops, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think you could.
Um.
I think you might be able to befriend one, but breaking it, nah.
I don't know. I
Vorn
played that
might
game.
be able to.
I played that game Horizon on PlayStation 4 where you can ride dinosaurs and stuff like that, but they're like robot dinosaurs. Maybe.
Maybe. So, Cabby, you're the only one of this party that. Well, so Bookslam also came through Port Nanzaro. Zeshul, you did not come through Port Nanzaro, and Emerald, did you come through Port Nanzaro to get to the jungles of Cholt, or did you come from some other place?
I came from some other place.
Okay, so then if I could get Cabby and Bookslam to roll just like an intelligence check.
Oh, great. I'm dumb. Where's intelligence? See? Is it on my normal sheet? Am I
Yeah,
overlooking
Just
this?
click.
Yeah, it's one of your
where it
main
says int.
stats.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See? I'm dumb.
Yeah, I always forget about the main stats too. I'm like,
Okay.
See?
why is intelligence right next to intimidation? This
gotta-
is fucking ridiculous.
We got a 5 and a 9. We're dum-dums.
Okay, so Bookslam, maybe you remember that like people in Port Nanzaro like deal in dinosaurs sometimes, but otherwise you don't really remember any like specifics about it. So
Oh.
that's it.
I mean, I know that other people ride Triceratopses. Saw that, but I don't want to fuck with that.
I'm gonna cast speak with animals and try to talk to it.
Okay, what do you want to say to it?
I want to say, yo, sup, how's your day going?
Wow.
So your speak with animals, does it? It's not like a
It's
verbal speak with animals,
can-
right? It's like a legit speak with animals.
What do you mean verbal? You
Furbolgs,
gain the ability
they
to
can
comprehend and
speak.
verbally.
Okay, comprehend. That's what I was looking for.
Comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts
Okay, so
for the duration.
it like does that like big dino sneezing sound thing, you know, where it like blows air out of his nostrils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it finishes chewing on the leaves that it had in its mouth. Verbal furbolg. the rural jurl was a verbal furbolg. So it finishes chewing its leaves and then says fine, and that's all it says at first.
Is there anything we want to ask this nice young Triceratops?
I was half expecting you to be like, "You want to be my friend? Can I ride you?"
Excuse you, is it female? I don't ride anything that's not female.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. That
Oh
was,
boy.
Wow.
Seemed
we're getting into it.
unnecessarily sexist.
that was such a bad.
Emerald is sexist. I'm done. Let's go.
No, Emerald isn't sexist. She just really likes girls.
I love how much this character varies from actual Troy. That's never something we would hear actual Troy say.
That's true.
Oh.
I just really like girls. My
So
boyfriend thinks so too.
yeah, so far all it said is fine. Do you say anything else to it?
Do you have any family? You should come with us.
I do, and it would be smart of you to stay away from them. And it
Oh, we
snorts
would
at you
never hurt
again.
them. Oh, do people hunt you guys? Because we can kill them if they do.
Who's this we?
You guys can't understand what I'm
You
saying.
do not speak for Book Slam.
I'm speaking animal right now.
So it like
Looks like an
scrapes its
animal.
foot along the ground a little bit and like nudges its head, imitating like it's charging. It's not doing that at you. It's just sort of doing it like in anger at people hunting them.
Yeah.
And he says, "Yes, your kind are always taking us."
I'm a vegetarian.
Sup?
I
I have so many questions, but I realized I can't hear any of this.
Yeah, it's just Emerald making noises at this Triceratops.
Listen, I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan. The rest of us don't eat dinosaurs. We would never hurt you like that. Those are some other people. They're probably humans, and humans are gross. None of us are human.
I-
You know.
Well, as far as you know, Zestral is human. As far as you know.
I say it anyways.
Okay.
I'm telling the Triceratops we're not. She doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know. Is it a male or female?
Are you asking
What's your-
its gender?
I'm asking its name. What's your name?
I don't know, do Triceratops give each other names? Is that a thing that would happen in the animal world? I don't
Elephants do.
Snuff snab.
hate you.
Elephants
for
do? That's
knowing
cute.
weird shit like that.
Elephants have sophisticated
Because
hierarchies.
now I have to come up
They
with a
do.
name for a Triceratops.
It's.
But I mean, do you
This
try?
is-
I mean, we
I
don't
imagine
know.
chose to be the
Triceratopses are the dinosaur equivalent of elephants.
When you signed up for D&D, you should have known, or when you signed up to be a DM, you should have known that you were gonna have to name a Triceratops.
That's true,
Josh.
but they did have smaller brain cavities, so that did mean they might be a little bit more stupid. They were more like maybe rhino type intelligence, maybe.
It's-
I don't know.
It says the knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations, monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day.
Guys, I know what we need to do. We need to
You might
go
be able
seek
to
out Miss Frizzle, and we're gonna go back in time in the magic school bus. Okay.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Yo, I just found this website looking for Triceratops names. It's called Dodo Dex. It's like I guess it's for Ark. It's for people like naming their dinosaurs in Ark, and every single one of these names is garbage. They're all so bad. I'm gonna name a
that.
few, and you can pick whatever name she gives you. How's that? Trike Tyson.
I love it.
Trike Wazowski.
Trike.
Mike
I'm
the
good with
Trike.
that one.
Sarah. Tricycle. Spike. Sarah again. Trike and Ike.
Tricycle.
Trixie. Hammerhead.
tricycle.
It's Tricycle?
Trixie would be cute, but it's Tricycle.
I vote Trike Tyson.
Wait, Tyson. Wait, is she female? You said she, so I'm
It's a
assuming
she.
it's female.
Yeah.
It's a she. I think she should still be named Mike Trison.
Mike Trison. Not
Mike
Trike
Trison.
Trison.
Mike.
Yep. This is D&D, guys.
Her name is Mike
Hey.
Trison.
You guys asked for a
Female.
damn name. I'm giving you one. All right.
Nobody asked for Mike Trison.
Chris
No,
did.
it was Trike Tyson.
All right.
What's-
whatever.
what
She gives you a
Do you
name.
guys think there's
End of story.
anything we could get out of this Triceratops?
How about snort sniff?
Her name is Mike Trison, by the way. I'm telling everybody in not animal speak. Her name's Mike Trison. She's angry because races that aren't ours, because we're good people. I look at her when I say that. Races that aren't ours because we're good people kill Triceratops, and she's upset about that.
So as you guys are talking about this in common, the Triceratops like slowly starts to like meander off, but continues to keep a suspicious eye on you as long as you're within range.
Okay.
Do you try and like continue talking to her, or do you just let her wander off?
Oh my god.
Are we good? Do we want to get anything out of this Triceratops?
Not really. I mean,
Is there anything to get out of it?
we could get a Triceratops, but we would be doing the complete opposite of what Emerald was saying.
What? That we were gonna not kill
That
her?
we were good people.
That we
Yeah.
were good people.
I mean, the fact that we'd be like, I mean, the thing already has a family established, and we're like, I'm just saying, we take that away from the situation. We have a pet Triceratops that's been taken away from its family. I feel bad about it at this point.
I asked if she's seen any female elves in the area.
What's the Triceratops name again?
Trike Tyson.
Mike
Tyson.
Tyson.
Yeah, Trike
Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's the name this group came up.
I ask her if she's seen any female elves. Trike Tyson.
I don't think she has. She just shakes her head at you.
I cry.
Yeah, but the name the party was given was Mike Trison.
Oh,
I think that's the name that. Oh yeah, because that's what Emerald said was. Mike.
I say it was nice meeting you. I hope your family does super well, and good luck, and have a great life. And I'll miss you. I love you forever.
So I think at this point it just like snorts at you again and then wanders off towards whatever nest it presumably has.
This is the weirdest encounter. We're done. Let's go.
Yeah,
I
you
love
guys
her.
continue on.
We already have a snake called Steve that we lit that we lit chat name, by the way. I'm just saying this. We lit chat name that snake.
We should make
that
chat
was
have
weird.
to like do things to get
participate in
incentives
this.
like that.
Yeah.
Chat
guys-
should have named Mike.
Why
Tyson.
wasn't chat the first resource when trying to name this Triceratops?
Hey chat, from now on, there's only two ways that you can participate in naming things. One is either to give bits to Raven, or two, you can come follow my channel. Either one of those will get you
No, I'm
things.
not. No, that's not how it works on my channel. I don't make people give me bits for naming stuff.
Who's Mike? I've never heard of Mike.
Raven.
Oh no.
Exactly.
My phone fell. There we go.
All right, so let's get one more day in of travel, so you can guys get a little bit closer to Port Anzaru, and then we can
Counter Strike.
finish up after that. Damn it, chat.
Big Van Trike.
Chat, we're done. Raven, we're done.
I asked Cabby, hey, did you like my talking to that Triceratops? That was my attempt at flirting.
Prison Trike. Michael Triceratops. Ceratops. Oh, these are good.
All right. All right, so you guys let the thing wander off. You eventually find a place to camp. You sleep through the night after Emerald brings you some good food, and you guys talk about the silly encounter that you had with this Triceratops. The next day, let's see how the weather is. Oh, geez. It is unreasonably hot. You don't take any exhaustion because you guys have plenty of water. It is raining, and it is a little bit warmer than usual, or muggier than usual, but yeah, it's extremely hot. Let's see what sort of encounters you guys get into.
Does anyone else miss Mike Trison?
Nope. We're done. We're done with this.
We're done with that. That's over.
It's over.
Moments fast.
But we still got
Um,
Steve.
All right,
Steve.
I think we have enough time for this encounter. So about the middle of the
Okay.
day, let me move you guys a little further.
Man, hit that keyboard. Slam it.
Smash that like button.
About the
No.
middle of the day.
Ring that bell.
For real though, are you typing with hammers? What's going
Hit
on over
that
there?
subscribe.
Pip is just very
Enthusiastic about her
excited at typing on the
She
keyboard.
has a lot of feelings, guys.
She,
If everybody could roll perception for me.
but okay. But dang it, man, my perception's been bad today.
Zestules hasn't.
I see everything.
Do
All
you?
of my rolls have been bad today.
Yeah, mine too. Last session your rolls were pretty bad too.
I know I
Remember.
died.
Yeah.
I remember.
I think we would have all died if it wasn't for Zeshtul being lucky and getting a nat 20
Yeah, he
to
did get a nat
spit
20,
liquids into my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did happen.
Remember, I'm still waiting for that fanfic from Tazia. I don't think he's on today.
So Zeshul and Cabby, I think you guys both notice this like probably just before it happens, but you see a couple of albino dwarves like hidden in the brush nearby, and within like one round, depending on whether or not you guys say anything, they all jump out of the bushes in an attempt to ambush you. I don't think they immediately attack you all, but they like come out very defensively.
What are they?
Albino
Dwarves.
I have a handout.
What?
I'll show you. They're
What are
dwarves,
those?
but they are white and they have white hair and cool tattoos and
Excuse me?
Are we making? Okay, wait. Can we talk about the fact that albinos and dwarves are both real life groups? Like this isn't like.
Oh jeez. They got gauges, dude?
yes. Yeah, they have stretched ears. It looks like a stretched like
Are-
lip or something too.
Oh,
Are
they
any
do.
of them female?
Probably not. No, I think they're all male.
Okay.
Would
Yeah.
you
That's,
And
You
even if they
can't-
are female, you probably can't tell because dwarven
I probably would
females
kill
are
them anyway.
very similar to dwarven males.
So
worse.
we're fighting a bunch of Derek.
what did you say, Derek?
Nothing,
So,
it's-
but
friend
much
of ours.
shorter. Yeah. So yeah, these 7 dwarves jump out of the bushes around you guys.
7 dwarves.
No, these 8 dwarves.
You got it. Just.
What have you done?
These 8 dwarves jump out of the shrubbery around you. Zeshul and Cabby, you notice them just before they manage to jump out. They aren't attacking, but they are ready to attack. But they jump out, and in Dwarvish, they start yelling at you all.
Does anyone know Dwarvish?
I do not.
I don't either.
I only know Goblin, Filthy Knife Ears, or was it Oran? Is it Oran?
Oh wait, you know
Oren,
Oren?
yeah.
Because I know
and then
Primordial.
Common. Oh,
We can
nice.
speak. We can speak privately.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
So
shit
yeah, if
about
nobody knows
everybody else.
Dwarvish, they are all just yelling at you in Dwarvish currently.
I whisper to Bookslam and Primordial. Let's kill them.
I nod and open my beak with that weird beaky smile thing that I do, and put my thumbs up in my like.
I love that.
I
love him.
What are you guys doing then with these albino dwarves?
Do we want to stealth?
I
Or
think
we
they
could.
see us.
Yeah, they
They
all
see us?
jumped out at you. Yeah, they are like surrounding you with their spears
They are
out.
yelling.
Perch-
I whatever
access
they're
and-
yelling at, whatever they're yelling at me, I yell back at them in their same voice without knowing what they're saying.
Oh, that's smart.
They like stutter over themselves, and a couple of them stop and like look at each other very confusedly. And I think maybe one last dwarf just continues to yell at you.
Get that one too.
And after that, I'm like, see, I can do it too.
Do you yell that in common?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you yell that in common, they switch over to common, and one of them, the last one that was yelling at you, says, "Stop where you are. What are you doing here?"
We're travelers. We're traveling. To
Traveling
Port
where?
Nazara. Port Nazara.
We're minding our own damn business.
What do you need in Port Anzaru? Why are you in the jungles of Chult?
What do we need? That's like the main port, man.
that's like where...
Trying to get out. That's where we go.
We're trying to go there to like hang out with some friends, maybe get some drinks. Look at the boats coming into the harbor. What do you mean? I mean, you guys seem reasonable enough. You're talking in both crazy Dwarven and common to us. This is me in character, by the way. I'm totally saying this.
Yeah, no, I got you. Roll persuasion for me.
Okay.
He looks at the dwarves next to him, and
It's like we're in New York.
he just sort of like shakes his axe at you, and a couple of the other ones like maybe poke towards you guys with their spears, and they just continue to be like angry at you.
Angry.
Well, we're gonna continue. Thanks for the scolding. And I point at our big you know,
Vorn.
guardian friend too.
Yeah, so when you point at him, I think that probably at least half of them like didn't even notice him before because he's made out of like he's half wood, so it might be easy to miss him. But they like stumble back and they immediately like run into the tree line, and the other four. The other four. The other four step back.
For intimidation, just point at them.
The other four step back a little bit, but continue to hold their weapons out towards you.
And for anybody joining us, Shield
Who needs
Guardian's on my
XP?
screen right now. We got a Shield Guardian. We should have named him Bob.
Oh, his name is Vorn.
We can still call him.
I
Bob.
He's
know.
got a name.
Vorn,
we can
aka
call him
Bob. Bobus. Bobus Maximus.
So
Vorn Troyer.
I don't think they're necessarily aggressive towards you guys as much as they are just defensive. So if you push your way past them, they'd probably let you just like leave the area.
Yeah, we just want to.
The encounters here say they attack you, but there are also like plenty of friendly albino dwarves in these jungles because they're not creatures, they're people. So but yeah, if you push past them, they let you go, but they continue yelling at you like the entire time. They're still not happy about you like coming through their area, and so they just yelling.
I'm sighing and kind of rolling my eyes like Jesus Christ.
I just say like, guys, you gotta calm down. We're just walking.
Everybody's so angry. It's like New York City right here. Hey, what are you doing? Walk in front of my car. What are you
The
talking
dwarves
about?
have no idea what you mean by New York City. They're like, they look at each other very confusedly. What do you, New York? What city? Is that water?
Apparently, Book Slam is like very much dimensionally like traveling between our world and this world.
Well, he is on his path to become a warlock, right? So why not?
Yeah, that's a
All right.
possibility, right?
Yeah. So you guys move past them. You continue traveling. Eventually, you find a place to set up camp for the night. And I think that's a good spot to stop it for now. I've got to clock in for work in about 10 minutes. So
Have fun.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody showing up to play, though. I had a good time. You guys now have a very powerful shield guardian at your disposal, which is pretty dope.
And we met Mike Tyson.
Sorry,
You
I was
did
so
meet
late.
Mike Tryson. Yeah, that's all right. We still did it okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you're fine. Emerald fell in love with you.
She did. Yeah.
You got
Didn't
to
take
stab a
much.
goblin in the dick.
It happened.
We only had one encounter where we one-shotted the goblins too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Where's
yeah,
our
those
experience?
So-
Oh, I'm just kidding.
those dwarves are, like I said, it says in the thing that they attack you, but there's actually like one of the guides that you can get in Port Nanzaru is an albino dwarf, and he sends you on a quest to like help rescue his home area. So that's why I said
Is
it
that
like, doesn't
them?
make sense for them to just immediately attack you. But yeah, that was a good session. I'm gonna hop out of Discord. I'm gonna say goodbye to the
Same.
maybe one person that might be watching me, and then we'll call
Bye.
it. So thanks, guys.
All right.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Adios.
Bye.
All right. Thanks to anybody that came out to watch the stream. Had a good time playing Tomb of Annihilation. We're going to continue on with this next. Excuse me, dog. We're going to continue playing D&D next Tuesday, but you can catch me streaming tomorrow morning, same time. I'll be playing. All right. Anyway, tomorrow morning I will be streaming something. I think I'm gonna either play Rise to Ruins or the Red String Club. I think it's called. It's a like cyberpunk post-humanism game. We're gonna be playing one of those two though. So I don't know. I'll see tomorrow morning what I'm feeling up to. And until then, I will see everybody later.